Hello, hello, happy Friday. Welcome to our Friday Witchy Hangout. We do this every single Friday. If you are new, we're really cool people and we get together and we merge our little energies together all across the interweb, all across the globe to ask really juicy questions about each other's lives. And that's what we do, and it's really fun. So, welcome. And today we are doing a lovely, juicy reading on what do they want to say. I kind of realized that I used to do these readings a lot, like what did they hear about you? What do they want to say? Because I'm a Gemini, very communication oriented sign. And that's why I do what I do, because I like to communicate. We'll say communicate. We can say nosy. We can say gossip. It's fine. I like to do that in a way that is benevolent and doesn't really hurt people and alerts people. And that's what we try to do here, is just illuminate the truth and help all of us process our lives, our relationships, and certain events that may have occurred. So that's what we're doing today. And before we get into this live stream, we had a little bit of a kerfuffle the last live stream. And so just in case I don't get a chance to say that message that got disrupted was about a spoiled brat. And I just want to say that was a spoiled brat. And that message really did not want to come out. So I'm just making it clear that somebody really does not want to be discovered. And I just wanted to say, that was bad. That was better. That's what I wanted to say in case I don't get a chance to say it later. So Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay. So Alex is like, let me get this microphone better so that whenever you spit in it. Okay, and then we'll just compassion that, because I do have compassion for people that are in that state of consciousness. I just don't like it around me or near me. So, okay. Getting into what does this person, whatever person's on your mind or whatever person wants to come through, what do they want to say to you? So we've got 3 piles as per usual, but I know a lot of people here are energetically sensitive, and if you don't think you are, I would strongly reconsider that, because I think that you get invited into the tarot space because Spirit you have this ability, and you're kind of tapping into that. So we have an anchor card, and I like to always share that because I feel like we're reading the cards together, because this is a general reading. So it's important that we know what resonates and what doesn't. So if you're interested in the anchor card, this is not one of the choices. This is just a permeating energy that connects with all of the other, all of the piles. It's kind of like a base trait energy. And we have the apocalypse. So this is one of the initiation cards, as they call it in this deck. So there could be some kind of initiating experience that either has happened with you or with them or both of you, or an inception I just heard of some kind of it could have started something like a ripple, when you throw like a rock in the pool of life, if you will, so there's this kind of apocalypsis quality. I just heard you revealed the truth, or you made me see myself. So that could be an underlying energy for all of these particular piles. I'm going to say that again. You revealed the truth, or you made me realize something about myself. So that's an initiation, spiritual kind of connotation or energy. And I feel like those things, even though sometimes they can hurt, and we've all been on the receiving end of it, we all have, but to me that is ultimately a healing crisis. It's like some kind of healing motion, even when we see something that it's like we didn't originally see before. So it's headed outwards into like a good experience. So that's the anchor card if you're interested. By the way, notice this man here. Isn't he handsome? And I got another one too. And if you have a name that you would like to suggest for this one, I have another one too. It's like more of a grayscale kind of guy. Feel free to throw that in the chat as well. So, okay. So, and also I got these at Aldi. I know that some people have Aldi. This was $12. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if they're still there, but actually I don't think they are. Ugh, sorry. I just rubbed that in. But anyways, isn't he cute? Okay. So here are our piles, and they are before us now. And if you have not chosen your pile, now is a good time to go ahead and do that with whatever process you normally go through. And even if you have, thank you so much, Sunny Night Designs, for the super chat. Oh, thanking the whole fam here. He looks like a Homer. So yeah. We have these 3 piles here. So if you have not yet chosen your pile, now's a good time. Even if you have chosen your pile, it's a good time to just do that. Like, one single breath is a meditation, just to kind of settle your energy, connect into the space, turn the gaze inwards. I like to put my hands over my heart and just breathe here. And whenever you're ready, you can just come right out of that. Open your eyes. I kind of like the silence in the live streams, like just having a moment of just like pure silence, you know? I like it. So, anyways, whenever you're ready, you can come up out of that little state that you're in and connect with whatever pile or potentially multiple piles that you were drawn into, keeping in mind the way you were drawn to your pile can sometimes be a clarifying message, whether you were drawn to your pile or multiple piles directly, or sometimes you can be drawn into a pile in terms of like the negative space, like your attention's pulling you to one pile or two piles, but it was actually the ones you weren't drawn to. That might tell you something about the way your intuition is flowing through the situation, how a different way to connect with your intuition. Everything that happens in these readings, I feel, is it can be helpful or it can be informative, including having a faulty YouTube connection. If that's, all it really was, it still, to me, kind of connects to the truth and the reality of life and what is going on around us. So with that being said, let us move in to what do they want to say to you? What do they wish that they could say to you? So we're going to go ahead and get into pile number 1. I'm just going to put a little bit more lip gloss on for this pile. Maybe that means something. Okay, here we go. Okay, what does this person want to say to you? I'm going to go ahead and jump into this because actually I'm already getting some messages. Now, if you've watched my readings before, I don't really like this card. Like, it's not that I don't like this card. It's just like the person that is associated with this card now for me, like in my mind, because I've tapped this energy. And every time it comes up, I tell myself like, come on, Jess, like, let's give it a chance. And maybe that's how you feel about this person. Let's be neutral. Let's not jump to judgment, shall we, in our hearts and in our minds. But it's really not coming through well for this person. So I feel like this person is trying to shapeshift right now. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because this is the kind of person you have to be very careful about in real life, but also like in terms of the reading, because just because this person wants to say something to you does not mean that it's coming from a genuine place. And that may have been a lesson that you learned from this person, because I'm kind of getting from your energy that like you're a very positive person, like you're very happy-go-lucky, I just heard, and you want to connect with people. And so when somebody's like in your face and they're smiling and they're happy and they're making a connection and they're speaking to you in a certain way, I think you're very happy. Talfa, thank you for the super chat. You are very happy to reciprocate that energy. And you feel, I just heard like unadulterated in that, like you really trust in people's benevolence and in their positive intentions. And I feel like this person may have been in the apocalypses to you actually, where you learn to see something in a different way. And I kind of, with this card, sometimes I see it as like a kaleidoscope energy. Remember that, like from being a kid, you like look through the thing and then you move it like this and then it morphs and shifts and changes into like a different picture. And I feel like that's kind of how this person is to you, because this person is really shifty. This person is really shape shifty. They know how to morph and shift their energy in order to kind of not prick up your ears of suspicion is what I just heard, like your intuition and things like that. And I feel that you actually may have been onto this person, because sometimes what I get with this is like the snake skin that's all like shiny, and I feel like this person comes off shiny, or they want to come off shiny to you. They want to get your attention. But also with the snake skin, in nature, like there are some kind of like bright, vibrant colors, like especially in the rainforest, and it means the shit is poisonous. It means don't touch that frog is what it means. And I feel like, so you could have been drawn in here by the shiny and by the unique colors and everything, but really this shit is poisonous. And I feel like it tried to get your attention here in the kind of negative snake totem energy of being very windy. And also snakes move in a way that no other creature really moves, because it's like full of like muscle or something here like that. So I feel like this person moved in a way, in some way, shape, or form that you had never really seen before, and that you're not used to kind of like grappling with. But also with the snake skin, I kind of get the sense of like somebody ripping down like a bit of the wallpaper to reveal what's underneath, and what's underneath is like that. Look at that. Isn't that scary? Ugh. She just looks like demented to me in a way that is fearful. And so I feel like for some of you, this could be a love interest. Actually, there could be several people around you, because I'm kind of getting like a karmic group energy, which I typically do get from time to time. And so if this was a love interest, which it's not for all of you, but if it was, then I feel like you could find this person to be quite sexy. Or like, this is the kind of person, maybe they are like very attractive and people just kind of like look at them, and maybe they're trying to, like, whenever they walk into a room, like they're very interesting, or like people just always want to get their attention in like that certain way. And so they're trying to get your attention in that way. But also, if this isn't a love interest on your side of things, or just even if it's not a love interest, like in general, I feel like this is the way that they see you. Like, they see you as being very sexy. They see you as being very unique. They see you as the person, like when people come into the room, they look at you and maybe you get a lot of attention or something here like that. And so they're trying to become very shiny to you, to get up in your space, to get back into your good graces. So really, I'm kind of getting like a pause, and like thinking, processing, like, how can I get back in their space? What are they going to believe? Because I feel like this person, you've unmasked this person in some kind of way. And it was an apocalypse moment for you. This was a spiritual initiation of like, I just heard things aren't always what they seem, or just that people can be in this like very negative, shape-shifty kind of energy. And I feel like you could have felt very sad, or you could have felt very shocked, or you could have felt very small actually around this person, or like small in relation to what this person maybe had you up to, what they had you doing. Because you could have collaborated or corroborated. You could have fallen victim to this person's machinations, like literally their machinations. They could have, they could have massaged something into your brain. Oh, brainwashing. They could have like massaged something here into your brain over time. And now you're kind of seeing that, and you could feel small, like, in that process, or you were convinced to harm somebody or to go after somebody or something. You could have just been knocked from your morality in some way, and you're feeling kind of like pulled back. So I think this person is like maybe observing you. And I kind of get the sense that this person has had some kind of apocalypse, but it may be as a result of you seeing them in this way or other people seeing them in this way. I feel like there's been a crash and burn. I feel like something here, there is tower energy around this person. And I kind of feel like they are in chaos, but it has to do with the way that they're seen, because I feel like this way this person is seen is their bread and butter. So I feel like this person really like probably should lay low, but I don't think they want to. Like, this person is kind of desperate to, it's interesting. Desperate isn't the word I would describe for this person, but they are like kind of always on the hunt. I just heard, I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. So like they're always on the hunt. And so they don't want to accept. It's like this person never accepts. This is a manipulator. Like, in the truest sense, this is kind of magician energy, where it's like they never just accept where they're at. They just always think that they can control things and like pull the strings. And I'm hearing, there's this guy, Richard Grannon. He's on YouTube, very smart guy. He does like a lot of the narcissistic content. He's, I believe he's a therapist somewhere. But I'm seeing like one of the shorts, I think it was, and he was like, everybody always says that narcissists always win. And he's like, I don't know where they get that from, because every narcissist, like somebody who truly like has that NPD in my life, they don't go up, they go down. He's like, there's something like they can have their day in the sun. They really can. They can have like a solid 10 years, maybe 20 or even 30, but it doesn't last forever because they overplay their hand. And I feel like this person has like overplayed their hand. They get really cocky. They think that they can take risks. And then the truth of them is actually revealed. And I feel like that is somewhat what's going on. And it feels possibly even multifaceted. For some reason, this person can be focused on you, though, and the way that you in particular see them, because again, they're strategic. So I think this person is maybe thinking, well, if I can change the way that pile one views me, then that might be my stepping stone, my foundation, my leg up. And I feel they would target you because, again, they could see you in this really strong, sexy position. Like, maybe they see that you pull a lot of weight in a social group. Like, if you, like, maybe you're a trendsetter or something, or like if you tell so-and-so that you like this person, that so-and-so might be inclined to listen to you over another person, like they could have identified something here to do with that. But it also could be that they think that you are sweet, like when a dog comes and like sits next to you and you're kind of like, I think I'm offended because you've identified me as the weak link here. You think that I'm the one that's going to give in. And so this person could like maybe even be there. And maybe that's something that you realize too, is that the reason that this person is near you, it's not because they love you. It's either because you're popping and somebody else, the second that somebody else is more popping than you or that you fall off, this person's friendship is going to go away. I don't know that this person would ever be rude because they're a skilled manipulator. So I think they'll always kind of leave the door open. They'll just suddenly be unavailable. They're just, and they'll try to pass it off as something else, but this person's just going to evaporate and not be there. Or again, they've identified you as kind of like the weak link, and this person needs allies right now or something here like that. And so they want to change their skin is what I'm getting. So obviously they don't want to say that, but let's just see potentially what this person, oh my gosh, my intentions are pure. You cannot make this shit up. That's just what came out. They want to try to communicate to you that their intentions are pure. And, this is the kind of person that I think they're a proficient liar because they can convince themselves. But the thing is, this person is so in the moment in a bad way. And what I mean is like they're impulsive. They're just, they're cold-blooded, like a snake, like a snake. So when if it's a warm day out, then they're going to be out. And the snake might think to itself, gosh, this is so beautiful. I don't know ever why I would go, why I would go back into the shade or something. And then the sun like really starts baking them and they're like, oh, I have to, because they're just changeable and they're just forever responding to the temperature in the room. And they're stuck in that kind of energy where they're not warm-blooded. They don't plant and say, well, this is what I am, and I'm going to bring my warm-blooded self out into the cold if I need to in order to go gather firewood because that's what I ultimately need. It's like that's a future-focused mindset. That's a sustainable kind of mindset. You know what I'm saying? This person's not like that. This person just tries to read the temperature in the room, and then they're always shifting, changing, and responding. But so this person may say to you, my intentions are pure, but it's because they're superficial. They're very shallow. They don't know another way. They don't know. There are certain things, you got to break down my intentions are pure. Like this is a person who cannot actually fulfill that. And they may know that, or they may not know that actually. Some of these people may not about themselves because they're just so in the moment and they're so impulsive and they're like really, truly. And they're thinking like, you're my only ally. Like I'm not going to hurt you because my intentions are pure. But they just don't see the longer term trend, the longer term trajectory with their own behavior. Because I also feel like there's zero self-awareness because this person's so externally focused. They're always just thinking, what do I need to be? Where do I need to position myself? Near whom? With whom? And I think this is so well integrated in this person. It's almost instinctual. The same way that an animal that operates that way, it would just be instinctual. That's just their survival mechanism. That's just their survival skill. And this person just lacks the self-awareness, the depth. And I think it's quite scary actually for this person to really get a solid look at themselves. Because then they'd have to pull away from that spotlight energy, from the center of the room. They'd have to pull away and they'd actually have to do quite a bit of shadow work. They'd have to get themselves into therapy. They'd have to be alone for a while and they'd have to be okay with that. And maybe, it feels like just mundane things, like just accept a normal life in some way. And this person doesn't want to do that because they're kind of narcissistic and they feel like they, are better than that and they deserve better than mundanity and that's just the way that things, I'm scared you're moving on. So if this person was honest, they're just scared that they're losing you, that they're losing their footing, they're scared, like they need you to believe that their intentions are pure. This is all coming from an incredibly reactionary space. It's so, and because of that, it's disingenuous. I don't necessarily think that this person has the intention to be disingenuous. I don't think that they set out to like lie. It's just convenience. It's just whatever suits them in the moment. It's just an obscene amount of selfishness. You scare the shit out of me. Yeah, I think losing you scares the shit out of them. But I also think that, like if this person finds you to be such a good ally to have, they don't want you to then oppose them. I'm not saying that you would be this person's enemy ever, but because that takes energy to be somebody's enemy, I don't know about that, but I think this person is like, well, what could you could lock me out of a lot of spaces if you reveal the truth about me. This person really doesn't want to be exposed. That's really what it is. They don't want to be exposed. I feel you are unpredictable. This person wants to try to bring you back under their control. And all of this is very vision, how you see this person believing the lie. So another thing that I was listening to about narcs, there's a lot coming through about narcissists in this one. Just a heads up, obviously we're not diagnosing anybody. This isn't the way to do that. I'm not qualified to do that. But I can't remember who said this, but basically narcs test you to see if you fall prey to their fantasy. And getting sucked into a narc fantasy is step number one. So do you believe the yarn that they spin about themselves? Are you asking clarifying questions? Are you very well acquainted with reality, whatever reality is around them? So you could be at a disadvantage and fall prey to that if you get sucked into their culture and you don't know your way around, like you don't know the lay of the land. You could be more susceptible to believe their version of events because they're an unreliable narrator, but they might be the only narrator that you have, But if you share the same space with this person, you already have built your mental map of this social group and of how this field works and things like that. So you'll be less susceptible to their narc fantasy. So they kind of test you to see like if you believe, do you believe in magic? Like the magic between the two of you or something here like that. If they can't, they're just seeing how controllable your lens is, like to them. That's what they're testing for. And if you don't pass that first test, then the narcissist is really uninterested because they can't control you. You're going to make up your own mind. You're going to ask clarifying questions. You're going to pause and you're going to say, well, I don't know enough about the situation. So I can support you as a friend, but I'm going to sit back here because these things can get complicated. People are complicated and I love you and I wish you the best, but I'm not going to get involved because I don't know enough to get involved, that kind of thing. So a narcissist is going to want nothing to do with somebody like that because they kind of can't control them. And I just saw somebody flying a kite, like, trying to control like which ring goes over there and which wing goes over, like they're trying, I admire how hard you work. I've been trying to distract myself from my feelings literally their whole life. This person's been trying to distract themselves from their feelings. They admire you. They do admire something about you here. And like for some of you, it's this, because there's the tiger here. And I always get like the tiger yonis. And the tiger yonis are really sleek people. They're very schmegul people. So it could be that, like you really cut a presence, some of you, or you cut an image and they really do admire that. There's like a respectability and admiration. And again, some of you, it is like your work ethic and what you've managed to do or accomplish in, working for the same company. Maybe this person works for you. Like there is an admiration here, but they also scare them because I feel like you're breaking your chains, actually. And I think this person is focused on you in a weird way. You are breaking your chains. And actually, a lot of people are breaking their chains. Their house of cards is falling. The dominoes are like in effect. But I feel like it's easier for this person to focus on you because they think clinging to you is clinging to their old life, clinging to their old story, their old narration. They kind of think that you are the linchpin in getting that back in some way or preventing the inevitable, preventing that entropy from happening. And it's just not true. But this person's delulu, basically. That's what narcs do. They are not acquainted with reality. So they try to suck you into their version of events. And they don't, that's what this person is also receiving, this apocalypsis energy. They're supposed to acquaint themselves with reality because that's why they're making all these fucked up moves, like whatever it is that they're doing, because it feels like they're thrashing around. And that's why is because they're not actually living in reality. And so I also think that this person doesn't have a realistic view of you, but for some reason they're like fixated on you, I love your body. Okay, so for some of you, this person finds you to be really attractive. This person, okay, so I just saw the card that says I only believe in science and facts, and I feel like that's you, where you're like, I'm staying well acquainted in reality. I know what I know what I don't know, and yes, I'm trying to navigate my way through this, but I'm not just going to be convinced, like, with the things that you say. And so I feel like this person might be trying to butter you up. They might be complimenting you. They might try to ask your advice for something, like, I don't know what to do. I heard something about you. They may even say that, like try to come in as a friend or as an ally, something that might shove you into this apocalypse energy of like, you'll never believe what this bitch said about you. And you'll be like, and maybe they said it and maybe they didn't. But I feel like this person, I would still stay away from this person because they want to be that bridge. They want to be the middleman between, they want to have a use to you in some way, some kind of like function. Yeah. I wish you wouldn't push me away. There could be appeals to like your old relationship or your old dynamic. Again, more compliments, more. So I'm hearing myself in a previous reading say like, it's really important. And this could have been another spiritual lesson that you learned from this person, that you learn the difference between flattery and genuine praise. Because I feel like this person like butters you up and it doesn't come from a real place. It doesn't, meaning like, it's not actually traits that this person admires, like at 2 p.m. on a Monday and at 10 a.m. on a Saturday. And at, it's not consistent. There's a real, I just heard object constancy is like off with this person. there's no consistency. So they'll just notice. I feel like this person kind of just picks up on you, and they pick up on what you like about yourself, and then they just say that they admire that when really they don't admire that. They just know that that's a button that they can push in order to control you. So you're learning about these superficial tactics through this person, I feel. And I feel like you've outgrown this lesson. This is a karmic lesson. This is a karmic, I feel like. And I just heard Mick, so maybe somebody's name is Mick, or like Mickey Rourke or something, or Michael, or I don't know. That just take that. But yeah, like this person is basically a karmic, and you've outgrown them. You've learned. I feel like you've learned the lessons, and any further lessons you have to learn through this person, you can learn through a debrief. They don't need to be in your space. You can learn like kind of processing your relationship, how you met, how you kind of got sucked into it, where you kind of thought, like it gave you pause. You can process all that, on the back end here with us, like, alone in your room, like when you're journaling, and you can kind of keep yourself protected from that, yeah. So I think they're trying to prevent this energy, because this to me is you, where you're seeing things different now. You're putting the pieces together. You're kind of realizing that this person will change their face if they need to. They'll appear to you a different way. It could be that they appear sexy when they need to. They appear talented when they need to. They appear in need when they need to. And it's not coming from a genuine place. And I feel that this is what sucks, like dealing with a person like this, is you have to protect yourself, but also like not harden your heart to the people who are genuinely in those energies. And it's learning to tell the difference. And I think part of it is just not rushing into anything, just having a rule with yourself that you are not baited into impulsive action, that you just say like, okay, well, I'll think about that, and then really watch like, how that unfolds, I wish you wouldn't push me away. Knowledge. This person might want to tap you for your knowledge here as well. It just feels like they're grasping at straws. They're grasping at anything to like kind of pull you back in. So let me I got my old Ziploc out. Some of you who are like super like with me for a long time, you're gonna remember me like getting into this bag. And I kind of feel like this is this person. They're like, what should I say? Like, like digging around in their little bag here. Well. Money and status are the truest loves of my life. I'm protecting someone. They might try to say that, but I think who they're protecting is themselves. And it's weird because this is ego defense, right? Ego does this. It's supposed to do this. And when it's healthy, it does it well, Like when your stomach digests your food, there's acid in there that's like breaking things down. That's maybe a very destructive process, but it's helpful, right? Like unless it's not. And I feel like this person might say like, look, I'm protecting somebody. And maybe they got like really vicious, or maybe they did something messed up and they were like, look, I was protecting someone. Okay. But I think the person that this person protects most of all is themselves. They protect themselves. And it might be under the guise of, look, I was protecting this person, or that's why I lied. So this person could come back and say like, no. I picture a world where we can be together. Gross, literally nasty. Why won't you tell me how you really feel? So you, I think, maybe have pulled back from this person, and this person's like, I know that you're hurting. I know that I hurt you, but if you will just let me, I'll tell you pretty lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. If you'll just let me, I'll just like a snake. I'll tell you like all these like sweet little lies. But I think you're in positive snake energy with this apocalypse energy, where you've burst out of this in some way. And I just heard you're saying what you think and what you feel. Possibly not to this person, because you might be gray rocking this person and like going no contact. But I feel like you're processing this, and it's like this like strong healing energy that's coming from you. I'm hiding something from you. LOL. But you know what? This person probably realizes that that they're hiding something, or that they were hiding something. And I would be very careful. This person's an unreliable narrator. And that is a fancy way of saying that this person lies. And and they're a good manipulator. They're very adept. So I think this person may even come back in and say like, look, I was hiding something from you. I was protecting someone. And that's why I lied. It hurts me to lie to you. I'm not a dishonest person. Okay. But Jill over here, see how fragile she is? Look at her. Oh, she's so fragile. And so that's why I had to tell you a host of lies. it wasn't for me because I'm a selfless person. I'm a good person. They need you to believe that they are a good person. But this person's really intelligent. They're very smart. They're very intelligent. And I would just be very careful. This is a touchy person, and, natural consequence. Natural consequences are a thing, and you might even just say to them, or look, we had a good run. I just don't see that there's any possible way that I can trust you. You might be a good person. Maybe you were protecting Jill. Maybe not. I'm uncomfortable being around you. I will be taking my leave. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Let's see. Ew. Okay, there's a lot of Sam Hunt that just came out here. Body Like a Back Road just came out. So again, if this is a sexual connection, they might be trying to appeal to that. Okay, like I just heard your base natures, like your base desires. They might, they want to fuzzy brain you. They want to, so giving you an O is like a way to kind of fuzzy your brain where maybe you're not, and maybe this person did this in the past, I don't know, but it's like, yeah, body like a back road, drive it with my eyes closed. So they could try to do something like schmegzual, try to bait you into that. I'm picturing like you opening the door and this person like trying to kiss you or something, and you're like, okay, and then I told you I wouldn't call, I told you I wouldn't care, but baby, climbing the walls gets me nowhere. I don't think I can take this bed getting any colder. Come over. Yeah, this person might try to come over, or they might try to, oh my gosh, they might try to get you to come out. Like this person, they're gonna try anything. And this could be what this person is considering, trying to be like, just come out, and that way, like before you guys have, I feel like you need to talk about something. It feels like there's an elephant in the room that you need to process, and you've pulled back your energy, and this person knows that you've changed and that you're not as receptive, or that you're not easily fooled or something. And so this person might be like, because I just looked down another Sam Hunt song, which apparently there's a lot in here. I must have been listening to Sam Hunt a lot when I was writing this, but it's his song Downtown's Dead. Downtown's dead without you. Come out here. Downtown's dead. Like, or he has another song. It's like, I'm going to bring the party home to you. Like, and then they want to have like a party experience with you where you guys are like out having fun, you're dancing. And then that's buttering you up energetically because it weakens your stance of like, no, and then afterwards they can talk with you, and be like, hey, remember how we used to be friends? I just saw them like moving your hair. Like, remember how we used to be friends? And like nuzzle, kiss. Like, no. Ugh. Yeah, they might be trying to tap your animal brain. Something here like that. I don't like this person. Banks, someone new. Baby, be patient for me and please don't fall in love with someone new. I promise one day I'll come back for you. You say you hate me now, calling me a fool. So yeah, this person maybe told you that they were going to come back or something and then didn't. Or they told you that they were going to change. Like, wait for me, I'll make this change with a shapeshifter. They told you they're going to be in positive shapeshifter energy, positive snake energy. I'm going to heal, or I'm going to heal this, or I'm going to heal you, or like whatever the bad blood is. And then you've seen too much is what I'm hearing. You've seen too much. I just heard this person's a sidewinder. So like they're winding up like the snake, but they move to the side. They're sidewinder. I'm seeing that little sidewinder emotion. And you're like, no. So this person dodges. But they dodge in a way that's weird because I'm seeing that like Cancerian energy, because everybody knows Cancer's move to the side. Like they don't necessarily like where Cancer is in your chart. It doesn't necessarily like to go directly at something. It'll just kind of skirt around the edge here, kind of getting the lay of the land till it feels comfortable. It tries to kind of make everything its home environment, and then it moves freely about kind of thing. But even like that sidewinder energy is like this person moves to the side, but then they do like the sidewinder thing, and you're like, I don't know what I'm looking at, and I don't know if you're attacking me or like, it's like, it's weird. I feel like this person does things that you just have not seen really in another human, but you're connecting the dots, and things are just really adding up with this person. And I just wouldn't be moved in your stance. I just heard you can have other friends. You have other friends. You have other family members. You have other confidants. This person is a real risk. And I think for some of you, this person baited you into like somehow they could have like into somehow like stepping off of like your own morals, what you actually believe in. And you did that because this person lied to you. This person painted a different picture in order to manufacture your consent and to pull you in to a drama or something, and to their bullshit basically. they did that. They did that knowingly with intent. They did that on purpose. Or for some of you, like this person could have lied to you and said that like they were broken up with somebody or that they were divorced or something and they weren't actually. And so that's it where you're like, no, that's a hard no for me. And I had this boyfriend once and like we broke up and everything. It was like a bad breakup. And then like right at the end, because I went back to get some of my stuff. And then right at the end, he was like, I had a girlfriend when I first started talking to you. So that makes you a cheater. And I was like, that doesn't make me a cheater. I'm just now hearing about that. I didn't know about her. What that means is that you're terrible and that you cheated on 2 girls at the same time. You're double the trouble, idiot. Like I have morals. And had I known that, and you knew that about me, which is why I'm just now hearing about it. Because you know that I am of a stature in terms of my personhood that if you had told me about that, I would have told you to take a hike. So he was trying to like hurt me and like wind it around on me. Tasha Blonde Diablo, thank you so much for the super chat. On point per the use. Yeah. So like this person might like, it's weird stuff like that where you have to watch this person. Cause I feel like this is a person who abuses language. Cheater has a meaning. And they could like he was trying to convince me that like he wanted me to hate myself and I didn't do anything wrong, So, yeah. All right. Stand down, nasty cowards. So that's what I have for you guys in pile number 1. I think you have this person sussed. Like at the very least, you tore down this wallpaper enough where you can see that creepy, weird little eye. It looks like that person just took like eyeliner and then just like coated their eye with it. Like, what are you doing, ma'am? Like, actually, I did see a really cool makeup look where this girl, it was like this black spray and she like sprayed it like all around her eyes and it looked stupid for like half a minute. But then she put like all this glitter and sparkle and it looked really cool. But that's not what she did. Okay. Like, let's just be real. That's not what she did. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to move on from that. I would just keep your boundaries up. Don't be fooled. This person's tricky. They're tricky. Okay. So that's pile number 1. And I'm just gonna, oh gosh, I just love the smell of rose. It's so good. It's like clean, fresh, floral, naturey, earthy, like all at the same time. This person might really like the way you smell. In pile 1 or pile 2. Maybe both because like we're moving on from that, thank God. Okay, I'm just gonna have a little drink of water. I shorten words all the time. Alex is always on me about it. Because sometimes it's like confusing. And I literally said wad. not wa. Not water. I said wad. Okay. All right. This is my little heart thing. I love this stone. And I just had it with me. And I can't remember what this stone is actually, but I know it helps with fear. Oh, okay. I think this is tying into pile number 2, so I'm just going to move right into this. Okay. I think I'm already getting messages. Let's go into pile 2. I'm just going to put this up in case you're joining us. Here's the pile selection. You can pause this here. Choose your pile. We just did pile 1, which was a shapeshift. Now we're on to pile 2, which is the mountain. Okay. Pile 2. Let me find it. Okay, so just like immediately tapping in. I think like I reached over to this and I feel, what's crazy is like I don't usually keep like a stone. I grabbed this and I was like, I don't know why, but I just feel like I want this near me, and I reached for it for pile 2. I feel like this person has a lot of love for you here, but I also just noticed that like it looks like scraped up here. So I feel like this person has been like heartbroken or their heart has been like scraped up and they could have a lot of fear going on in their heart. I just heard like it's about this connection. I'm so afraid. Like this person doesn't know where you stand. This person like maybe hopes that they didn't do something wrong to you. This person could hope that they didn't break your heart, but I also feel like this person's heart has been broken in regards of this connection. And I feel like this person maybe is this mountain energy where they could have been like, they could be overall in their personality very cold, very stoic, very like distant, or very like drawn back or withholding, or at a certain key moment. Yeah. And I just felt tears, and like with the heart, like where this person like broke your heart or something, you needed reassurance, you needed comforting. Then that's when this person like went cold on you, is what I'm getting. Like they didn't give in. They didn't, like, emotionally, like this person, if you had a heart, I was hoping that you would show it some. And I feel like this person is having a heart, and they wanted to show you that they do have a heart, and that's actually been a little bit broken, and it's like filled with fear, and I actually think you comfort this person, like you make this person feel less afraid. And I actually think it has to do with your heart energy. Like it could be with the ferocity with which you love, or the fact that I'm kind of picturing two people. Like, I think there was like a moment in time, and you either, like, you could have broken down in front of this person, and you were like, if you had a heart, I was hoping that you would show us up. Like, or, you could have been like, how could you do this? And like, you were just unafraid to show your emotions, even to show that you were hurt. It wasn't a power game to you. But I feel like this person could be uncomfortable with emotions. And I think that this is what they would want to say to you. They would want to explain all of this stuff to you, that like, I'm uncomfortable with emotions, or like, I didn't know what to do, or I didn't know what to say. It also could have been that this first person felt guilty because they actually like did something wrong, and they didn't know what to say because they thought that it was going to like change your relationship. They figured blah, blah, blah. They figured that maybe they couldn't untie their tongue to like form a sentence to you that would make sense. I'm just going to fuck it up is what I'm hearing. But also like that if they revealed something to you emotional, that once you saw that it would change the way that you looked at them forever, and that that you would have ended the relationship, or it would have ended something here, possibly like this loving energy. And this person is actually a softie. I think this is the kind of person that is just like very stoic on the outside. And it's either overall, or it's like when things get hard, or when things get emotional. It feels to me like when things get emotionally a bit dicey, like when things get emotionally hard or emotionally intense, when the emotions pick up, and that feels like, in any direction, like loving intense or angry intense, or, and this person has to like navigate that. It feels like they don't feel quite like adept to, because I just get the sense that this person actually feels a different way on the inside. And with the fire on the inside, it's like they could feel very passionately about you, or they could have been very angry, or maybe this is like you or something here. But, and it put up an obstacle, like with this mountain. I feel like it put up some kind of obstacle, and I feel like this person is seeing that differently now. So I think there's a lot of owning up, there's a lot of stripping away like the layers, and like realizing that they have to kind of take a chance, that they ruined things by not opening up and being honest. But this feels like by not being emotionally honest with you, like letting you know that they're not a cold person, that they actually do have love for you, they do have a heart. They're scared to reveal their heart because it's been dinged up, it's been a little bit like scratched, and it's been a little bit broken here in the past. And that could have been like with what happened between the two of you, but it honestly feels like something that happened like maybe in childhood, I just heard, or like before, where this person got like one whiff of that, like, because this, it's like barely scraped on the surface. I would show you this, but you couldn't probably even see it. Like, it's like, I don't know, like somebody just like scraped it. It wasn't even like this person got like stabbed in the heart or anything. It was like they just scraped it, and this person was like, and then they kind of like just became the ice queen or the ice king, and so they want to apologize for that. This person thinks that you're really special, very unique. There could be something here about like the aurora borealis or something, or like maybe you guys have talked about that, or like some kind of like going to see it or something here like that. Yeah, but let me just see. I feel like this person, I just looked down and saw like the Banks thing from pile number 1, and it's someone new. Be patient for me. Please don't fall in love with someone new. I promise one day I'll come back for you. You say you hate me now. Yeah. So like this person maybe was like waiting for time so that you would like cool down, or whatever happened between the two of you would settle down, and then they could actually like reveal their heart to you. And maybe they were, baby, be patient for me. Please don't fall in love with someone new. Like this person feels like they're giving you the sensation of like, okay, I grew up on a lake and we had a double-decker dock. And so like, of course, the first time that I ever jumped off of that was like a big deal. And I would think like, oh, okay, I can do it. And I would just like, I would start running towards it, and then I'd be like, no. And I had an older sister, and you know how this is going to go. So she like ended up pushing me, but like, I would also like lay there. I would like lay flat, and I would like look down, and I'd be like, that doesn't look so high. I can do it. I can totally do it. And then I was like, well, maybe if I just like scooch off of this, like, I feel like that's what this person is doing. They're like, I can do it. I can bridge this gap. And, you know, well, maybe I don't run and jump first. Maybe I just scooch my little butt off, you know, like, and that'll be the way that I go the first time, you know? But I feel like life, like, I kind of think that's what they're waiting for, is like they need a big sister energy to just like, like shove them off, you know, in front of all their friends and laugh at you. It's fine. And I thought that was going to be traumatized, but I wasn't even mad. Okay, so that's another thing. It's like, I feel like I wasn't even mad after I got pushed. I was so happy. It was so fun. I was so exhilarated. And I feel like that's potentially like, you could have a lot of love for this person. And so if they're like, I actually really care about you. Sorry, I fucked things up. I get weird when emotions are involved. I think you'd be like, oh my God, thank God. I thought you were a total asshole. I'm so relieved. You know, or like, I thought that you were playing me for a fool, or I thought this, or I thought that. And so I feel like it might be one of those situations where like, thank God the truth is so, I was imagining the truth being so much worse in my mind that you're just like, I ran right up and like jumped off again. I ran like, you couldn't get me to stop jumping off of that thing. So I just feel like that's kind of what this could have been like. Like, I don't know if this person did this or like that's how you'd have felt, because it feels to me like this is actually a person that you have a lot of love for, and that whatever happened and this person's unwillingness to just like show the emotional side of themselves, I feel like you made this way worse in your head. That's what it allowed. You were like, this person is a this person is a that. This person knew exactly what they were doing, instead of like, this is fear. This is, I just heard phobia too. Like, this person could just have a phobia of like something here of like melting this like cold exterior. Yeah. And like, I don't know, because I just saw like the fire inside of this, like burning all the snow off of the mountain and then burning the mountain down and then like kind of coming down here with like everybody else. Like this, so maybe this person didn't want to just be another one, or didn't just want to be like everybody else, or yeah. This feels like almost the unspoken something between the two of you. This person doesn't understand your connection, because I feel this is a reciprocal connection actually, and this person just didn't know what to do with that maybe, but I feel like this person's scared of being just like everybody else, so they could even see you as like maybe even having to push people away or something, or getting like, again, maybe they see that multiple people are interested in you. I don't know, they don't want to be like everybody else potentially. So let's just, okay, songs could be important to this connection, because I'm reaching right directly like for the songs. Okay, so another Banks song. You can totally tell that I listen to like, I'm sorry, this is like neither here nor there, or maybe it is, take whatever you will from this, but I'm the kind of person that like, I listen to like an artist, like I listen to the same song like 10 times in a row, or like I just do. And I think that's a combination of like my Gemini Taurus placements, because I have like a lot there where the Gemini in me likes changeability, but the Taurus in me likes stability. And so I will like, maybe that's how this person feels. It's like they felt pulled between like two sides of their nature or something here like that. So I don't know. Anyways, so Gemini feed Banks. I tried 1,000 times. I tried to tell you, but you wouldn't hear me. But you didn't hear me, and you're passive aggressive, but I admitted that you wanted me smaller. This person could have felt like they were passive aggressive actually towards you, that they wanted you smaller. Maybe the way that this person deals with like not wanting to share their heart is like they wanted you smaller. So this person could have done something, and it could have been like, with this being Gemini feed, like it could be Gemini energy rules the people around you. Could be even merchants. Like, I don't know, they could have bought something from like your arch nemesis or something. Like it could be something weird like that. Something to do with friends, something. They could also feel that you're passive aggressive. I don't know. They felt like maybe I feel like this person thought that they were trying to get across to you, but it feels like it was not direct communication. And it feels like whatever it was like a big deal for this person, you know, to try to like, they stuck a toe out or something. And to you, it's almost imperceptible. But to this person, it was like a really big deal. And it feels a bit self-fulfilling prophecy coming through with this person. So the other thing that I got kinfolks that came out with Sam Hunt. But honey, you got my hopes up, and I'm thinking that I want to introduce you to my kinfolks. So yeah. Yeah, I feel like this person, okay, so Alanis Morissette, Perfect just came out. So sometimes it's never quite enough. If you're flawless, then you win my love. I feel like this person feels like they have to be perfect. They could have really been wounded by that in their childhood. And potentially this is like a shared energy where you both like felt like you had to be perfect, which is why this person has this like hard exterior where they were never allowed to show weakness. They were never allowed to like fall and get back up. That was never an encouraging process here for this person. Oh my gosh, beautiful soul. I don't want another pretty face. I don't want just anyone to hold. I want you and your beautiful soul. Like, this person doesn't want anybody else. Yeah, they don't want anybody else. They just want you. That might be hard for them. And then Taylor Swift, You All Over Me. It's, I lived, I learned, had you got burned, held out, held on, God knows too long, and wasted time, lost tears, swore that I'd get out of here, but no amount of freedom gets you clean. I still got you all over me. So this person's still hurting by this. And I feel like you could still be hurting by this too, because I'm feeling like this was a true love. This was a true love energy. And this person didn't know how to trust that. They didn't know how to trust like that love energy, because I feel like they've always been a sensitive person. And it feels to me like they were cut down for that in the past. This is very much like get up, like stiffen up that upper lip kind of, energy. And they were never taught to trust their emotions or like what their emotions were there for. Yeah. And I think this person felt like this moment with you, it was like they needed to jump off the top of the dock, but they never done it before. And it was like jumping into like a sea of emotions, and it was going to be fun. And I feel, again, it feels like all this build up for like nothing. Like not necessarily nothing, but just like, I don't think it was going to be bad at all. Okay, so let's just see. Yeah, and I keep hearing that like no amount of freedom gets you clean. I still have you all over me. Like you might have thought that this person just wanted freedom and like wanted to go like roam around. But this person, it's weird for them to admit that they kind of don't want freedom. Like they want you. And they want to be loyal to you. And they want to, they want to do this. Like, I think I'm picking up on some of your energy. You're like, I mean, should I just be pushing people off the top of the dock? Like, maybe that's what you were trying to do with your passive aggressive nature. We were just like, harumph, that was kind of your way of like, maybe like, I'm going to shove you off this dock. Like, you're going to tell me the truth. Like, kind of a thing. I don't know. Maybe. It feels like both of you are in a defensive stance in some kind of way. It feels like you need a big sister to just push you in. And like elder sister, that's Jesha energy. Like, I don't know. And actually the universe may have done this because Jesha, the male side of it, typically it can be a man that's a womanizer. So like that person involving on their side or your side, like, yeah, come on. Like that was meant to shove this person like towards their feelings. So they really don't want that. Or like maybe even on your side where there's like a player kind of energy and this person needed to step in. Like it's meant to push this person over like the edge. Or Jesha energy, like the female side of it, it's that elder sister energy that does a lot of work but is not like respected. And that could have been you in this, or there could have been somebody else like that in some way, shape, or form. And it was meant to just like push this person. It could have been their older sister as well. Like being like, come on, like I'm pushing you off this dock. Okay. Let's see. What does this person want to say? They want to have a heart to heart is what I'm getting. They want to cry. They want to be emotional. They want you to see their sweetness and their tenderness. I just heard they want to hold your hand. They want to wipe away your tears. They want to cuddle. They want to like push. This is a sweet energy. They want to be sweet to you. Yeah, because they feel like, look, bumping heads, getting readings. So if this person's like into tarot, they could be getting readings about this. Or they're just trying. If it's not readings, then like maybe this person is seeking out like friends or like therapy or something because they're trying to work out how to land this plane, how to come together. You could have ended things. Okay, look, no strings. So this person could have been dicking around. And and it could have been because, again, like some kind of player energy was like, why don't you just go jump in bed with a bunch of people? And this person was like, ew, I don't really want to do that. But they did it anyways because maybe they wanted to be cool. It's like those two different like kind of tapes here. But I feel like, yeah, this person, they could have been in like some kind of no strings sort of thing. You saw that. It made you cry and it made you shift. And like, this is that shapeshifter energy. So like, you could have thought that this person was like pile number one. Like, and you're like, it started warping this person in your mind. And you were like, oh, it's a player. It's a this, it's a that. Like, like, oh, like get it. Like, that was you. Cause then your mind started like zoom, 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 like shifting and changing because this person didn't clarify themselves. And like, I'm noticing like, the white of the snow is very reflective, right? It's reflective of the sun, but like it's very reflective. And so I think that it became the perfect canvas for that kaleidoscope energy to be projected out onwards. And this person wasn't interfering in that. They didn't stop that from occurring. They didn't like declare themselves. They didn't tell you what the truth was. So then your mind just like kept running wild. You saw something here and it broke your heart. But you were also at the same time scared of, I don't know if it broke your heart or if it's this kind of like ding energy. Tell you how it resonates. But then you started shifting this person around and you're like, you're an idiot, you're a liar, you're a dick, you're an asshole, you're a this, you're a that. And this person is like, look, I suck, yes, but like I'm none of those things. Too late. They kind of feel like it's too late to fix things because they got caught. So they felt like it was too late because they got caught, basically. Karma, bad credit. There could have been money issues here as well. Look, workplace affair. They feel like they're getting their karma. So there could have been a workplace affair here that they got caught. They got caught. Closing this cycle of, so this person was meant to close this cycle of like bad karmic debt. And I feel like the universe had been patient with this person because I don't feel this is a bad person, like in their heart and in their soul. I don't even think that they're malintended, I should say. Like, I think that this person just is very easily led. They don't stand up for what they want because they've been taught to close down that heart space energy. So when this player energy came in and was like, let's go fuck the town, this person was like, I mean, they didn't know what they wanted. It feels, again, like skimming off the top, like it was just a very superficial energy, but I feel like this person wants to be deep with somebody. Like, I don't think that they're naturally a superficial person. I just think they're scared to get hurt. Yeah, they were running. So then that just started this person running. And I just heard they ran into the arms of another. And, but it's superficial energy and none of it was their journey. None of it was like it is because like that's what's played out. But yeah, they ran right into a trap because of that negative karma. I guess this person would want to, I think this person might want to tell you that they got their karma. They learned their lesson. They got what was coming to them. They should never have done a good woman dirty is what I'm hearing. Like they should never have done that. They should never have accepted that kind of behavior from themselves. I feel like this person wants to take accountability and like they just ran away from this moment like forever is what they want to say. I feel like they could be having problems in like their life. If they're still with that person that they ran with, because I don't know that they would be, they could be, I don't know. I think they're starting to see their own behaviors from a different lens too. And I think that was this apocalypse energy for this person. They're starting to see this mountain energy as the thing that caused the blockage, the thing that caused the karma, the things that caused the obstacle of like this person being the ice king or the ice queen when they just needed to be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love you. And I don't like that person. And somebody just suggested it. And honestly, like I didn't stand up for myself and I didn't go after the thing that I wanted. And I didn't clarify myself. I didn't declare myself in the moment to that person and say like, no, my heart belongs over here and I'm not about to fuck that up. Like, I feel like that would have actually been the manly thing to do and like the strong thing to do actually. But this person associates heart energy with weakness and possibly was around people like that as well. So I just saw this person biting their nails. They got some kind of bad nails. They got some bad news about a karmic tie. And somebody here was plotting against this person. It was a karmic. Married. Okay, so a karmic could have told this person... Well, maybe for some, this person has heard that you're married. But I think some kind of karmic revealed their true colors here as well. Maybe that they're married too. Yeah, because we have funeral energy and then it caused some kind of spiritual downward spiral. So they could have gotten married to this person. And it looks very schemy as well, like very stabby in the backy. And this person like has revealed their true colors. They've stabbed this person in the back probably. And enjoyed it. This is the kind of person that like, you know, would enjoy something like that. And they revealed their true colors and I think that's what's like giving them their clarity here. But for some of you, this is like premonitory. Like this person could hear like whenever you get married, if you get married. Somebody here could have ghosted. I don't know if that's in your situation. They may want to tell you about a ghosting situation. If that happened between you, they might want to tell you, like, it's not because they didn't care. It's because they thought that they got caught and that it was too late. I don't know. But for others of you, I think this person could have gotten ghosted. But also I'm hearing that Taylor Swift song where it's like, They just ghosted you. Now you know what it feels like. So this person, it could be on like both fronts here. So I think they're scared that you're fed up. Because also I wanted to reach for another deck and something was like, no, like use this deck again, go back here, go back over here. And then it was like the fed up card. Like maybe fed up with the no strings attached. I think this person's also fed up with the no strings attached kind of lifestyle. So for some, like they never committed their heart to anybody, even though I think this person's like a loving person, but they just never like led with their heart. They keep themselves like maybe busy with work or something here like that. I feel like this is unsatisfying to this person. To live a life that their heart is not involved in has become unsatisfying to this person. I think this person's ashamed. That's what it is. Because to get to this person's heart, this person has to go through layers of shame where they know that they behaved in a way that was out of their integrity, that they didn't want to behave in, like to begin with. And it feels like it has to do with associates. There's snake energy around this person. And I'm seeing a man, like a friend, you know, that was like in their ear. Just feels very Jafar, actually. I'm hearing like, let me show you how snake-like I can be. That could be the shapeshifter energy. So this person could even be having an apocalypsis about like the snake energy that's around them. And remember I said that could be more than one person, but I feel like there was actually a man in this person's life that saw them in that energy. And they got in their head and they got in their ear and they poisoned them. And so this person, I think, has to confront layers of shame where I just heard acquaintances. There's a lot of people that this person met, possibly people that they had this like no strings attached sexual relationship with, because that's not their karmic path. That's not like their highest soul journey. That was just a distraction and it's meaningless. Like this person has lived kind of a meaningless life in regards of their romance, their schmegdual energy here. And it was because they didn't want to get caught up in their heart energy. They wanted to have like that control, but this feels more like defensive because they don't want to feel anything, because anytime this person feels anything, it hurts. That's what I'm hearing. And that could be like come from their childhood where anytime spirit would try to alert them to their heart, the only way that it could get through is like through pain. The most intense things that this person has felt in their heart energy is pain. And that's not the way that life genuinely is, but it's like that self-fulfilling prophecy energy. Because I feel like, again, you could have been this really intense love. They could have felt what it feels like to intensely love someone, you know, but they blocked that off and they went running from it. And they lived this very superficial existence with people that really don't elicit much from them, emotion. They can't. And that's how this person chooses people. So if you were ever intimidated by any person that this person tried to like run off, like don't, because the reason that person is with them is because they elicit nothing out of this person. Yeah, like they were just fake busy and fell in their own trap. And I feel like, again, if they were with a partner, it's very superficial and there's a lot of mirroring in that relationship. Not a lot of emotional depth. Yeah, this person's scared that you're turning your back. Yeah, that was like maybe an apocalypse. That's what I was getting. Some kind of shocking news that you've moving on, letting go, loving you. I just heard loving you is easy because you're beautiful. Like this person might want to tell you that. Yeah. They have a lot of explaining to do is what I'm getting. Like this person just wants to like explain themselves. And it's like for the first time, I feel like this person just wants to get it all out there in the open. The good, the bad, and the ugly is what I'm hearing, because they are realizing that that's what it takes to get you back. This isn't the shapeshifter energy in pile number 1 of like, I'll do anything to get you back. It feels like this person is desperate to get you back, but they want to reveal their truth, actually. Like this is the healthy energy. I feel like this person fell prey to shapeshifter energy in pile number 1. I feel like that was the people that were around this person. And I'm strongly getting Libra energy for that. So it's the people that this person had one-to-one relationships to that were close enough to give influence and advice to this person. And it was just highly, highly distracting. Whatever this was. Yeah. Yeah, this person wishes that you wouldn't push them away. I feel like they are also scared of you, or they were in the past, but now they're not so scared of you. I feel like this person thinks that your bark is worse than your bite. And I think they were intimidated. I think this person was scared that you were going to yell at them. And what's funny is like, I go back to that doc example. I don't even think you were. I think you would have been actually relieved. Like when this person said whatever it was that they needed to say. I think if anything, you may have cried. You may have talked about like your broken heart. From the bottom of my broken heart. Though time may find me somebody new. You were my first love. Yeah, that's a Britney Spears song. like you're always going to love this person, I feel like. Yeah. And so I think you would have felt very relieved if this person just like revealed their heart to you and was able to be honest, and you were able to make amends. You were able to make the repair here. And I feel like that would have, I just saw like a heart with a Band-Aid over it instead of a heart with like a spoke through it. You know, like it would have made the difference. And I'm hearing Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes. So I feel like this person was scared of you in the past. And so it kept them in this state of confusion. They're realizing now that they weren't confused. They were intimidated. They were scared. And the fear was clouding their brain, and it was telling them, don't talk to this person. They're not going to understand. If they know the truth, they're going to see you differently, and it's going to end things. And now this person is seeing things from it feels like hindsight is 2020. It feels like they've gotten a lot of clarity on whatever this is. And they're realizing that they have a blockage in their heart. And for some that might be literal, but it's a cold heart space. They were trying to keep a really cold temperature around their heart, and that it ended things between you, and it caused a blockage. It caused a pain. I can't get over you. This person can't get over you. I admire how hard you work. I think you are amazing. There's kind of some overlap here, like in pile number 1 and pile number 2. And I think like the pile number 1 person in this regard, like if this is the person that you're dealing with, those people were around. And they were tapped into this person's energy, because this person needs to cut away from the parasites. This person needs to do cord cutting every day of their life for 3 times a day for the rest of their life. They really cannot cord cut enough, this person, because that's where the snakes get in, is like on this person's side. And they tolerate them because they profit in a way of like they don't have to tap into their heart energy. And that seemed beneficial to this person in the past until they realized they lost you. And possibly other people that they cared about, not necessarily romantic interests, but I'm more getting like, I just heard my relationship with my mom has suffered because of my behavior, like people that I had around me. Ghosts, I just heard. But it could just be like the ghosts, like in this person's past. Maybe you are one of the ghosts. Like, I don't know. Those people have definitely been around. And this person needs to learn how to cut ties with those people, learn how to stand up to those people, learn how to say, I'm not like you. Actually, I'm a warm-blooded human. Actually, my heart functions, and I pity you that yours does not. And I don't think it's cool, and I don't want it around me, and the people that I love don't deserve having that bullshit around them either. No strings are not. Also, this person's learning that you cannot tell a snake that there are no strings attached here. You're not the one in control. And I really think that this person truly believed snakes when they said, oh yeah, like I'm on your team, and like it's not going to be this or it's not going to be that. But they'll turn on you in an instant because they just want to lure you in, you know. And somehow I feel like this person has learned some valuable lessons about that is what I'm getting. I feel like they keep writing and deleting messages to you. So they want to communicate, but they also know that your walls are up and that there's potentially some other, I just heard karmic complications that have crept up on their side and potentially on your side. And it also just could be because some of you are moving on from this. Light of Love, thank you so much for the super chat. It could be that there are children involved in this. It could be that your lives have just like grown apart in a number of ways, and this like would not work the same as like when you could have gone on the journey together, you know. It could be that there are other people involved, especially on your side, because I feel like you do lead with your heart and you will have soulmate energies around you. I just heard like that may even depend on you, like dependence or something here like that. And it's just it's too much to like, I think what I mean by that is I think that you are protective of the people that you love, and I don't think that you're gonna put those people at risk, you know, by entertaining this person. And this is, for some of you, that's this person's karma, is like they're learning what a loving, protective partner, like how safe they truly were in your energy, because they're going to get the other side of it. They're going to get like, well, that's great. Thank you so much for apologizing. You know, your kind of PR like thing, you know, thank you so much, but I've moved on now and I'm respecting what I have over here. This is where I've built. This is where my love is. This is where my life is, where my future is, you know, like that, that kind of energy. Very attracted to you. I ran away and I've been having regrets. This person knows that they ran from this connection, and maybe they just didn't think that, because I think this person lied to themselves for a long time because they kept saying that they were coming back. And this person believed that because they didn't identify the correct root of their feelings, which is that they were afraid of you. They were intimidated by your reaction if they were honest about what had gone on here. And I'm hearing for how long it had gone on. They could have had a no strings attached relationship with someone. Yeah. I keep hearing that song, From the Bottom of My Broken Heart. I feel you even though we're apart. This person feels you. If this feels like a true love, this feels like a real love. I wish I could take back my words. This feels like things that they said to you and things that they said about you and things that they said to other people. I lost myself for a little while. Yeah, this person is realizing like blocking off your heart is a serious issue. You know, it means that you're not being authentic. I replay our conversations over and over again, but they also replay conversations that they have karmics, like about you. This person's tormented. That's what I would say. They're literally haunted. They're literally tormented. And this feels like their karma, in the sense that this is a karmic knot that they now have to work through in order to get to their heart. Like I said, this person has a lot of accountability and a lot of shame that they actually have to work through before they can actually get to their heart and be able to interact. And you're not meant to go on that journey with them. I just heard you can't. You exist in this person's heart space, and it feels like this person does have to get back to you. And that feels like maybe in future lifetimes, and they have to let you go. And that's a part of loving. That's what loving does, because love liberates, and love is not possessive. That Corinthians quote, you know, that's like, love is patient, love is kind, love doesn't bully people, love doesn't try to fuck your best friend with no strings attached, and then like you find out, you know, it's yeah, like I just saw from baby mama Dax Shepard, like he's like, I'm gonna fuck your friends. Like for some, this person could have been truly abhorrent to you. Like they could have tried to take some kind of revenge, but this person loves you. Like I don't even know. It's like even a half-hearted attempt at that, like too. I don't know. Yeah. So it feels very much like these are soulmates. This person has to find their way back to you. And that is a wholly divine process. But I feel like you've had to let this person go. I feel like you have actually let this person go, and you're prepared or preparing or already on your journey away from this person. And because you need healing from this too. And that's where you're going. You're going to get your healing, and this person cannot provide it right now. They have too much healing to do on their own. And I feel like this person is maybe alone. I feel like maybe a big part of this person's healing journey is learning how to be alone, because it feels like this person's extremely codependent and just really gets sucked into other people's dramas and things. And you may have to learn how to trust again. So you, I think, are going to find a good partner that you can trust, and possibly somebody who's been through something similar. And you guys are going to learn you guys are going to throw the ball back and forth in a cooperative manner. And you're going to do that day in and day out. See how I'm cooperative? See how you can trust me? That's your rehabilitation, it feels like. And maybe this person is like, I just heard punished by watching that. Watching somebody treat you kindly and watching somebody throw the ball back and forth with you in a very cooperative manner. And not like trying to throw it at your head. I don't want to trauma bond, literally. Yeah. So this person, it feels more confessional than anything. I'm also hearing like low tones, like you could think of this person right before you go to sleep or something. I feel like or they think of you right before they go to sleep. Because I'm hearing like this person like on the phone, like right before they go to sleep, you know, like, but they're talking in like these kind of low, like languid, like, you know, just confessional kind of things. It's very sad. This energy is very sad. But they brought it on themselves. I feel like this person's upset with themselves. And they're realizing what a blunder this has caused, because they're around negative people. It feels like this person's moving away from that, because I think they've got people's cards now. I think they've identified like these shapeshifter energies. And what will they do with that? And that's what for them to clean up, because there's a lot of snakes around this person, a lot of snakes that have crept in, because this person doesn't stand up to that energy. They don't say, get the fuck out. And they need to learn how to do that before you're safe over here again. Because it's not this person that is a threat to you. It's the people around this person. But this person, I don't know if this reading has come out yet, but I was like, this person is the definition of a tool. Like that's what I titled the reading. And I don't know if it's come out yet or if it will. This person just becomes a tool. And that's an insult, because a tool doesn't have a mind of its own. It can't decide what projects it is used for. Well, a human being should not be a tool, you know? So like this person has to learn not to be a tool. That's what it really is, because they have a heart. They have things that they believe in and values that they want to go after, but they just allow these snake energies to take them in and to confuse their mind and to tell them that up is down and right is wrong and left is right and that blue is green. And they're just like, oh my God, it's easy for me to believe that. So I will believe that. And I will be led all the way back and forward up and down this garden path. you're in charge. Like, it's like this person just puts a leash on themselves and hands somebody and they're like, walk me wherever. Do I have a karmic path? Yes. Do I have a soulmate? Yes. Do I have a destiny? Yes. But I'm not going to take that on. Here you go. This person could really be drawn in to like powerful male figures that they see as strong, but I feel like they're misogynistic. And I feel like they're gross. And I feel like they're aggressive. I think this person has a lot to learn about people, to be honest. Because they see somebody as like being aggressive and they think, wow, that's a strong person. And I feel like this person would just go on and on and on, like telling you the things that they've learned, you know? And there's this thing I've just noticed, like, okay, so that strong person, like, yeah, I'm like macho. I'm from the Midwest, okay? And there is this, they get in relationships with women who really wear the pants. They just don't know it. And I feel like that's that shapeshifter energy in regards to the feminine side. The shapeshifter in regards to the masculine side is what I just described. But on the feminine side, I think they're attached to these men. And it's like, yeah, I'm just like this little damsel. They run that shit. They run it. And this person didn't see that before. And they could have gotten into a dynamic like that and they got stabbed in the back. Catherine, of course, thank you so much for your gift. Yeah. Insecure liar. Yeah. So this person, it's a weakness. This person just has a weakness. And that makes sense because this is the last thing that I'm going to say about this. Leo rules over the heart. Leo is a leader. Leo is a fire sign. Leo is strong. They've got strong backs. And again, I'm hearing Jafar again, like, I need a strong pair of legs and a strong back to go in after it. So I feel like this person could have been used. This person, like, somebody could have been like, just tricked them. This person could have that Aladdin quality of like, what was he called? The one person that could go into the Cave of Wonders. The diamond in the rough. Like, yeah, like people notice that quality in this person. They could have really low self-esteem, but they're like, they have this diamond in the rough quality, but then the Jafar energy sees it and it's like, I need a strong pair of legs and a strong back to go in after it. And it's like, go in and get me the lamp and you'll have your reward. And it's like, this person has to stop allowing other people to be the middleman of like getting their reward. I feel like you and living a happy life is getting their reward. It's the middleman syndrome that I'm always talking about here. We are prone to this as humans, I think, especially with like TV and Instagram, where we look at people living life and we're like, well, if I had money and if I had a house and if I had this and if I had that, then I would be happy and I would feel secure and this and that, instead of just going right after like, God, I want to be happy. Instead of saying, God, I want $1 million, because your brain goes, $1 million, I would have no worries, I would have money. I mean, $1 million, I don't think really even goes that far these days anymore, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, whatever it is that you want, instead just say like, I want happiness. I want security. I want this. You don't know what that looks like for yourself. You know, money can just go by like this, you know? So you don't know. And so it's about working with the divine plan and allowing life to show you who you are, allowing life to show you what your happiness is. And I know a lot of us on the spiritual journey have experienced that, where you're like, my life has been hilariously not at all what I thought it was going to be, in a hilarious way. And you know, I have a touch of the psychic, and I had this premonitory dream when I was 8 years old where I saw Omega. I saw some of the people that I met at Omega, and this one guy was explaining to me about the fairies. We were sitting on the beach in the dream. I was like 8 years old, but I was full grown in that. I didn't see myself, and he was saying, Jess, the fairies are real. And I woke up from that and I was like, what was that? But I remember thinking, oh my God, my dad's going to hate me. Like, who do I become that, like, that's my life? My dad's going to hate me. And I don't talk to my dad. I don't know that he hates me, but like, yeah, I didn't have a good relationship with my dad. I knew that couldn't have been my life and me have a good relationship with my dad. Like, you know, and it was just a premonitory kind of thing, you know? And I feel like this person needs to let go a little bit, needs to stop trying to hang with the cool kids, and because they think that's going to be the answer. That's what it is. Like, this person thinks certain things are going to be the answer, instead of just saying, I want to be happy and I want to be led by the right road, you know, and like letting go of that. And I feel like that is a major spiritual lesson that this person is learning. A lot of spiritual lessons in this, a lot of apocalyptic moments. And I'm kind of getting that, like, I'm seeing this person kind of watching like these major pillars that this person thought that could be people that they looked up to, and they see their relationships failing, and that strong man that they saw like lose everything, because as it turns out, just what I'm telling you, that woman knew what she was doing, and she played the damsel because that was his blind spot, you know? Like, that's just what it is. Like, seeing the folly, seeing the lie in like the people, places, and things that this person put a lot of like stock into. That's what's happening right now. in order to say to this, the universe saying to this person, you were wrong and they were wrong, and get away from that. I always get this message of like, people have to shake up that energy. Like this karmic group needs to break apart. This relationship needs to break apart in order for the truth to come out. That's what this person, and I think this person would be actually very talking things out with you. They might tell you about these things, like, because we're talking about what this person would say. So they might say like, yeah, this person, and I thought that they had the perfect life and the perfect relationship. But then as it turns out, their wife was actually sleeping with their best friend and stealing money from their company. And I thought that it was just like they had the perfect this and that, or this. And so I don't think that this person would necessarily jump to telling you what they'd learned. I think this person's working through that, and they will be working through that for the rest of their life. And it's very hermit mode, it feels like, for the rest of their life. Even if this person is like around people or something, this person may also just feel, because there's so many snakes around this person, that it's probably best, and I think it's true, it's probably best that this person distances themselves from certain people. And they have to heal up and like see the folly in these people in order for them to even choose healthy partners and friends and relationships. So I feel like there's a big learning curve here with this person. And I kind of feel like this person wants to have conversations with you. I feel like this person wants to talk with you like into perpetuity. They want to call you and just tell you like what they've been learning and what they've been seeing and what they've been experiencing, and just like have you listen, have you soundboard back to them. This person really trusts you, and I think that's something that they don't have in their life. They feel comfortable around you. They feel calm, and they know that they can trust you, and they know that they fucked up basically, and they know that they can't trust these other people. And so I think this person's just like, yeah, I feel like this person, yeah, every time you talk to this person, if you do talk to this person, they would tell you about another big tower moment that they it feels like they're witnessing it from a distance. Something or someone that they thought was the end all be all that really took them in, that as it turns out, it's crumbling. And as it turns out, it was a facade and it's not who they thought that it was going to be. This person would tell you this. And it's going to keep happening for this person, because I feel like this person is on a track to healing. I think this person has woken up, and I think they are actually cooperating with the divine plan. And I think you were a big part of that. So that's what I have for you guys, pile number 2. All right. Moving right along. All right. I'm snappy. I'm sing-songy. Maybe this is pile number 3's energy coming in here. Maybe they would sing to you. Maybe it's also pile number 2's energy as well. Compassion. Yeah. Compassion. Oh, money paid me home. Anyways, pile 3, match my freak, please. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Pretty Gritty said they just use him for his money and he enjoys wearing his mask, but I know him and he hates me for it. Yeah. Pile 3 is the main for tonight. Okay, compassion. Okay, I'm just taking a moment in time for myself here. Okay. I feel like discombobulated a bit. Okay. Who does that? Somebody. Okay. Dang, I can't think of who does that. Somebody does that. All right. So fresh, just so fresh. God makes the best stuff. I mean, God also made pile number 1, but we'll cut him a little slack. Joe Pesci. Thanks for the messages, Jess. Gotta go. See you later. I can feel that rose hydrosol. Okay, God's the best. And on that note, let's just move into pile number 3. Why do I'm in the weirdest energy with this pile, because I keep going to start, and maybe that's what this person is like. They just keep going to start. If you're just joining us, here's our pile selections. We are moving on to pile number 3. Talfa, thank you so much for the super chat. I think this is your second super chat. Thank you. This will be the one. All right, so moving into pile number 3. Oh, okay, I'm just going right for the bag. What does pile number 3's person want to say to them? Oh, good Lord. Okay, I want to do sex with you is the first one that came out. You're really good at what you do. I really admire you. Okay, if you did sex with this person, they think you're really good at it and they want to do it again. I learned so much from you. Why does this feel dirty to me? Why is this so hard? Okay, that's this conversation thing. They want to talk with you. They want to speak with you. I feel for some of you, this is somebody you did the thing with, and like then they really liked that. It honestly doesn't feel like much more than that though. And it's like they want to like talk with you, but then they're like, why is it so hard for me to communicate? I'm communicating with my eye contact. Okay, so for some of you, if this is a new person, this person is watching you from across the room. They find you to be really attractive and they maybe learn so much from you. There's a lot in the eyes. This person likes to watch you and they think that you're really well integrated. I just heard like proportional. They like everything about you. And they don't really like narrow down the parts of you that they like. They're not like, oh, I really like their calves or their butt or their face. Like this person just like likes you and they like your energy. They like the cohesive package that is you. They like your energy. They like the way you smell. They like the way that you come across. And remember at the beginning of this where it's like I was going to start and I was like, okay. And I felt like confident and everything. And I felt there was no like emotional thing or anything. It was like, okay. And then I started like 4 times. So this person may be thinking about approaching you and it might take them like several times in order for them to be able to approach you here. I hate being vulnerable. You are so hard to read sometimes. So this person has trouble reading you, but I think I'm kind of seeing you be busy, like when this person is like seeing you around. You're busy, so they can't get a good read on you because it feels like maybe you guys met at work or there's something else that you're putting your attention on, and they don't think that you're not interested, but they don't know if you are interested. It feels like that kind of, there's something fundamentally different between the two of us. Okay. And I'm hiding something from you, and it could be their attraction here is what I'm getting. So that's a lot to start with. I'm kind of wanting to get more, actually. I get jealous of people around you. I want your attention. Okay, so if this is so actually now this is switching. Okay, so that person that you did the thing with, I don't really actually think that you're interested in that person. They're really attracted to you, and so that was an energy that came through as a message for some of you, but we're going to put that to the side. I don't think you're interested in that person. I'm not interested in that person. We're going to push them to the side. This new person is everything that I've been saying that they are. And I think they may have actually been with somebody else here that feels that way about them, where it's like they like doing the sex with them, but it's a very superficial connection. It's very like shallow. And so for some of you, it feels like it is just that. And they're trying, but they want to make an approach to you is what it feels like. And I feel you probably don't want somebody approaching you who is involved with somebody else in that way, but it really feels like it's not important to them. It doesn't mean anything to them. They really don't think about this person. They really don't. Yeah. So I feel like there's this gnosis energy, which gnosis is like knowing something, but it feels like there's something here in motion. So it's like maybe they want to know something about you. Like, are you with somebody? They want to know something about you. And it feels like they need to push this wheel forward in order to know that about you. And it could be the way that you feel about them. And I feel like that's why it's so hard, because it doesn't feel like this person struggles communicating with people. It doesn't feel like this person has a confidence problem, but then like there's something with you where they're like, why is it so hard? Like I go to communicate with this person and it's like flimsy. Why is it so hard? Kind of an energy. So but they want you to see them. I feel like this person wants your attention because it feels like they have your attention, but it's like, I'm picturing you kind of like flitting away, like in a moment in time, and you're not trying to be rude. It feels like you have something else to do or something. And this person wants your eyes to be on them. And I think they want to say that to you, but then they don't know if that's going to transform your relationship or in what way. So that's what it is. But yeah, I don't feel like this person's underconfident or anything like that. Okay, let's see. What else does this person want to say? This person definitely has something else on the back burner here. I've always had a problem with relationships, but that's what happens when you see the world through a broken lens. Okay, so Dead in the Water by Ellie Goulding. If I was not myself and you were someone else, I'd say so much to you and I would tell the truth. Yeah, so it's like this person wants to say so much to you, but they feel intimidated by your energy in a certain way. Like they feel captivated. There's something light, very lilting, like a fairy or something. Like it's very light. It's like spritzer. Like that's kind of the energy between the two of you, and they really like it. But it's not superficial energy. It just feels like breezy. It feels like nice. But it feels like this person is in a way like kind of intimidated. And yeah, it's like if you were somebody else, then I would tell the truth. And you know, I would say so much to you. I would like never stop talking. But yeah, it just feels like this person is, I don't know, intimidated. This is cute, actually. This is cute. So you speak to me through music. I know I messed up everything. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. So for some of you, maybe this person feels like they messed up everything, but that could be something in their past here as well. I'm afraid to contact you because I hid who I really am from you. Okay, so this is where this other energy is creeping back in. There's more than one energy that's involved with this that wants to say things, and it feels like it's these kind of like side relationships are like kind of interfering in like it feels like this main relationship because there's somebody here, this other person from your past. I feel like you did the thing with them. They were like obsessed, and but you don't like them or you're not really interested in them. Or maybe you didn't do the thing with them, but I don't know. And that person is like, I want to apologize. Like, I hate who I really am from you. And you're like, you really give yourself too much importance in my story. Please exit. You know, like, I don't care. Like, yes, maybe they did. Maybe this person sucks. Maybe this is a friend who like took advantage of you in some way or something. And they're now like obsessed with you. And that's probably their karma. But that feels like their energy that's also trying to get into this. But there's somebody else here who I feel is kind of, there's a mirroring maybe between the two of you where they also have somebody that maybe they did the thing with, or it's like a friends sort of thing, but they don't care about that person. They're not paying them any mind sort of thing. And it feels like actually the real connection here is with, but it feels like, I don't know. And it feels like maybe knowing that like shifts things, but it feels like for the better. It actually like, there's something about knowing. The more you know, I'm hearing like the reading rainbow thing, like the more you know, it's actually freeing. It feels like it feels freeing. Soulmate. Yeah. It feels like this is a soulmate connection here. Somebody here could be watching your social media to try to, again, figure out if you are single so that they know if they should take a chance because they feel magnetic attraction, but they also fear this, like, they have this fear of like, well, should I jump in or like, should I not jump in? Yeah, something here like that. And something could have weird gone on here with a friend on your side of things. I feel like this person has a friends with benefit situation going on and like honestly like kind of sans the friends. I really don't think this person cares too much about that other person. I think that other person's more chasing them and they want to do schmegs with this person. I think that something went wrong here on your side. I feel like you were taken advantage of by a friend. I feel like I don't know. And I think you have this kind of quality where you're trying to bounce back. You're trying to be okay. You're trying to be fine. And that person's obsessed with you. Because whatever you did to this person, they just are obsessed with you. But you're not interested. And you don't feel the same way about that person. Like, it's not that. But so this person could be trying to figure out what's going on with you and another person or something. I don't know. And it feels like this person's not even really that judgy when it comes to that because they've got their own situation here. But I feel like they would just drop this person in an instant. Like if you were interested. Fated meeting. Meant to be destiny, predetermined encounter. So they would tell you that this feels like destiny. This feels like kind of fated. Actually, I don't think this person would say that because this person feels like they want to make small talk with you until they find out your status and like until they can feel like they can ascertain whether or not you're interested. But it doesn't feel like the right environment for that. So I'm kind of wondering where this is going to go. Like family. Okay, so it could go generations, children, ancestors, and origin. Regret. It could go towards family or it could go towards regret. Mistake, guilt, wrong choice, apology. Yeah, so divine timing. It feels to me like this there's some kind of predetermined choice, you know, where this person's going to come forward and say something to you. They have a family with you, or something unexpected could happen and this person's going to have regret. Something with a secret crush. I don't like this. There's people on the edges that are like in this kind of crocodile energy, and I'm hearing myself say something about a crocodile in another reading. I can't remember which one that was, or if it's even come out yet. But yeah, and they're just kind of trying to snap like one or both of you up. Like, secret crush. They could want somebody here to break up. And leaving some kind of unfinished business. So I feel like somebody here is going to be left with unfinished business, or feel that way. It's either going to be these weird friend people. I think you've already done that with whoever's on your side. Because something here like should never have happened. You were wronged. Like, it feels like that. Or it's going to be you. They need courage though. I feel, okay, so this is liquid courage. I feel like if this person has courage to approach you, this is like, you guys are going to go on the journey together. But if they need liquid courage, I feel like this person's going to fuck up. And it's going to lead to regret over a soulmate and potentially an ex-lover. That, again, doesn't really mean anything to them. Or it could be an ex-lover that like they thought was their soulmate or something, but then they're just going to realize that it was just a karmic kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, third party, commitment. There's so many energies trying to get in this one that it's hard for me to figure out what they would say, because I think for some of you, this is a new energy and they would want to talk about these third parties potentially, like who is who and what is what. And I think both of you don't really feel anything for these people. I think they're obsessed with you. I think they're chasing you. And I think these are people that weaponize friendship in order to try to get what they want. And they're unable to accept that the feelings are not reciprocated. And this person would want to say that their feelings are reciprocated with you. And that you have to be very clear that the two of you want to go together, and like you don't want these other people around. But if this is somebody from the past, then I feel like this person wants to be open about maybe the regret that they feel because they drank because they needed some kind of liquid courage, and then they like went off. Alcohol could be a part of the story is what I'm hearing. Like, and so they went off, like this secret crush energy snapped them in, you know, like that crocodile that was waiting in the water, waiting for the perfect time to strike. And I just heard, this is why you don't keep people like that around you. They're not harmless people to have around you. Cause you might think, oh, well, they're a friend. But if you know that they want something more from you, and on your side, it's coming through, I hid who I really am from you. So I feel like you maybe didn't know. But also this person hid who they really are from this other person because they're an alligator. I think they came off like they were nice. I think this is like a personality thing. They came off like they were nice, but really this person's just very underhanded and very cunning and very malintended and selfish. And yeah, could be a Cancer. There could be some shellfish. I just heard shellfish. And they're trying to kind of work around like something here. Ego, like filled with ego. Yeah. I let my pride get in the way of our connection. So if this is somebody from the past, I think that they're wanting to say that they let their pride get in the way of this connection. But if it's a new person, they feel a soul contract with you. And I feel like they learned a lesson in their past that they might tell you about. And it might have to do with this like third party situation or something that they've processed and that they've learned a lot from. And they're not going to repeat those same cycles. And they could just be open about some kind of situation that happened in their past that they want to tell you about. Because they've reflected on it. Yeah. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. Yeah. This one's a bit harder because there's multiple energies here. And I feel like that's what's contributing to this kaleidoscope energy. So this to me, it's like looking like a karmic nexus point where like there's past energies and future energies and multiple people's energies. And it's all like kind of congealing here at this like karmic nexus point. So some of you could be in the process of knowing more about somebody and about a certain situation that's changing the way that you view something that went on here in the past, especially to do with these people that have been around. And yeah, and it's changing. I just keep hearing that the more you know, and it's in your mind. There's like the gears are turning in your mind here. We're starting to see something differently, and you're starting to have some kind of aha moment about your past, but it's also somehow connecting with your future and possibly changing your future. I just heard higher timeline for a lot of you. Like it's turning your future into a higher timeline because of what you're able to see about the past here. And so you're at this kind of karmic bus station, if you will. And because you're processing that, you know, so it's hard here. I'm going to get some more messages. We'll just see it. I don't even know who I am anymore. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of processing that's going on here. I feel powerless, but it was turned on its head because it's like, this somebody here wants to make a move. I want to make it up to you. But I said somebody here wants to make a move. And I feel like that's what it is. Like, I want to make a move. And if this is somebody here from the past, it's like that could be them making it up to you. It's like, I should have been pursuing you. I should have been clear. I should have started a conversation. And for some of you, I feel like you were willing to have a real honest conversation. You could have even initiated this conversation. And then this person, okay, I just heard like a high pitched like whistling in my left ear. So they could have not heard you. They could have heard something else. They could have, I don't know. It could have got twisted here. I'm currently in a toxic relationship that I don't know how to get away from. Okay. This feels like that nexus energy of like leaving that behind though. Like that's the option. So that's what it feels like bringing the two of you together. So that's why this person maybe isn't saying anything. This person feels in the soup to me. Like where they kind of want to keep it small talk is kind of it. They want to look you up on social media. They want to talk with you. They want your attention, but they don't want to be rude because it feels like this person would be interrupting you in a certain way. And so they just prefer to kind of watch right now because it feels like what's brought the two of you together is some kind of karmic nexus point where they've raised their energetic vibrations in order to be able to consider having a relationship with a person like you. And you may have had other karmic soul contract energies that you've had to kind of like work around, but like this person has the option. They have the option of living up to this moment and potentially going on a path with you. Or vice versa, That's what it feels like. So it doesn't actually feel like this is in the moment of like in the groove of saying things. The Bayou, thank you so much for the super chat. I see you're doing well. It's really amazing to see. Literally, I was just looking at her picture too and thinking that she looks very classy, very elegant, like the earrings and everything. So I feel like this person is noticing that. Yeah, I think they're noticing. They're actually noticing like maybe your makeup and your jewelry and like your clothing or something, but they see you as like the higher cup in a way. They kind of know that you're higher or like different in a good way than the people that they've been fucking around with and dating with on the side. Because it feels like they've elevated their vibrations to me. I love talking with you. You're so interesting. This person does want more of that. But it feels to me like they're not ready to ask you out on a date or anything because they don't know what your situation is. They don't know if you like them. They don't know. Because I think this person feels like you might be out of their league. And they don't know if you think that too. And I don't know. What would you think if you knew? That could be an insecurity that this person has, but it also could have to do with this, like, I'll pull a card on that. But I want to make your wishes come true. I love looking at your pictures, looking good. That's a second, like, looking good. This person thinks you're looking good. I sneak glances at you when you're not looking. Yeah, this is kind of classic crushy energy. Do you like them? I can't compete. This feels on both sides, like, feels like there's other... This feels strange to me because it feels like somebody here has raised their vibrations and you two are soulmates, but it wasn't exactly planned this way. This person didn't have to raise their vibrations, but it feels like a doorway is opened up. And it feels like there are other karmic connections that you've had to sort through, and it has to do with people who use their friendship in order to get what they want, people that you don't really feel anything for, but maybe there's nothing going on in your love life or something. So I don't get that with you. I think somebody here took advantage. They did something wrong. And over here with this other person, it feels kind of like I'm in a dry spell. This person made themselves available to me. Yeah, they have like secret crushy feelings. They're not telling me that. They're saying they're okay with the no strings thing. I'm dumb and believe them. And I'm about to get myself in a karmic situation, you know? Feels like that. And so it feels like you have stuff to sort out here because that's like the nature of something. What would you think if you knew? I'm afraid to contact you. It feels to me this person hasn't revealed their feelings yet. So what would you think if you knew that they had feelings for you and that they're kind of afraid to talk with you? Yeah, this is kind of classic crush is what it's giving. Like, I look for you everywhere. I feel you even though we're apart. Like, this person thinks of you when you're apart. Like, even if you haven't seen each other for a while or something, they want to go on a date. You want to go on a date? They want to go on a date with you, but they don't. They feel like they flubbed it. I feel like this person could think that they flubbed it, and that could be an interaction or a conversation. So they don't want to like mess it up anymore. This person, what do they want to say to you? They just want to have a conversation with you, any conversation. And it feels like they want to keep it light. They want to keep it like small talk so that they can kind of understand where you are as a person, understand, like try to gauge more what your feelings are. But it feels to me like they need to be able to hold your attention for longer than they're able to in this environment because it feels like there's other stuff going on. And they want to make that happen, but they need it to happen without approaching you and making it happen because they feel it reveals too much of their cards. So I don't know. I don't know about this. They're thinking a lot. They're thinking about maybe travel. They're thinking a lot about like a change of pace, a change of place. So they're wanting to run into you when you're out. They want to run into you in a different kind of location where it kind of breaks that up. Scare the shit out of me. Yeah, because this is different. This person knows it's different, but it's like a good different. Hey, babe. People are asking for you.
Yeah, I already blocked them.
Oh, okay. Look, I'm not ready. So this person feels like not ready. They feel kind of hot and bothered by like having to make this jump or this and it feels like they have to make a jump about your feelings or about whether or not they're gonna. I just heard propose to you. So maybe for some, like, well, look, I'm thinking of forever. Holy shit. So maybe for some of you, this is like a proposal situation. You scare the shit out of them. I think for some, though, this person like likes you a lot and they're like, I can really see this going somewhere. And that potentially scares the shit out of them because maybe they're just used to like dicking off, you know? They're still healing from something. They admire how hard you work. They're thinking of forever. They've been having regrets and they're having a hard time communicating. I also feel there's something that could have happened here because this feels like there's something that could have happened here in a conversational way that this person regrets. They feel like they put their foot in their mouth or that they didn't say something. It's weird to me because it feels like this person doesn't know what they want to say, but they know that they should have said more than they did. It feels like this balancing act where this person's like, I want to say enough. I want to hook you in conversation. I want to say enough, but I don't want to say nothing. And I don't, this feels like high school. This feels like the person you pass in the hallway in high school and like you just have like a moment to talk and you're like, I wish that I had more than just 30 seconds to speak to you. You found out something about me, I'm ready. I don't know why that's making me laugh. I feel like you found out something about this person and now they're like, now that you found out on your own, I'm ready. That's kind of what this feels like. I've been trying to distract myself from my feelings. Yeah, because this person is trying to act like they don't care, but they do. Or that they're not interested as much as they are, but they're trying to act like, oh, it's just, because it feels to me like this person feels a lot for you in a way that they don't know how to process. And so they're just trying to distract themselves and tell themselves that it's okay, like that there's other fish in the sea kind of thing. There's, like, it doesn't matter if they don't ever start anything with you because they never started anything with you, but they feel it. They feel this like strong soulmate connection. This person may have never felt anything like this before. And it feels like their opportunity. Again, it feels to me like this person raised their vibrations in order to be with you. And now there you are. And then this person sat there looking dumb is what I'm hearing. Like, I think this person might feel that way where they're like, and then I sat there looking dumb. Like this person, yeah, like I must have sounded so stupid to her. There's a lot of Aladdin quotes coming out in this. But I feel like this person kind of thinks back and they picture themselves like, you know, like with their mouth open, like, and I should have said something clever, something smart, something intriguing. I should have said anything but just inhale oxygen through my open face hole. Like, you know, that's this person, they feel really nervous. So I think this person just wants to say that they like you. I'm picturing that scene from Hitch where he's like, I like you, where he asks her to shut the door. I like you, okay? And that might be like what this person kind of has to confront because, you know, Hitch is very, again, he does the roundabout way thing. He does the player thing. He always knows this, like the suave move to do. And if you're able to do the suave move, it's because you don't care that much because you're able to think straight. And like this person kind of can't think straight. That's what you do to them. I don't think this person's ever felt this way before. Or maybe they have, but like, I don't know, because it feels almost like this person feels shy, or they feel, and they're not used to that or something. I don't know. I look for you everywhere. So this is the kind of person that's like, once they get to this place that they usually see you, they're like looking for you. I mean, suave, of course, you know, but they're just kind of like, I wonder where you're at kind of thing. This is cute. So I don't know. I don't know. This is cute. This feels beginning of a relationship. And I just want to say as well, there's that person that's obsessed with you. I don't know what you did to them. It feels like it was something related to sexy time. You either did smegs with them or like you kissed them or something. And this person has like been thinking about it ever since. And I kind of am feeling like you felt nothing, or you didn't really feel a lot for that person. But then somebody here's like obsessed with you, and they feel all these kind of ways too. Like in their stomach, like say something, or like say something, I'm giving up on you. This person thinks like, oh my gosh, she's giving up on me. But it's like, you never were that interested. I think that you just had like, you had a blank space, baby, and you wrote his name kind of thing. It's like, I don't have anything else. I don't have any other prospects. So you asked me out on Friday, I might as well go. I remember being in that state too. Like, after I broke up with my very first boyfriend ever, I met him in high school, and then like we dated to like when I was like in college. Then we broke up, and I was like, I really don't understand dating, because I met him in high school where you're around every single other person in your like county, you know, with that's the same, even remotely the same age as you. So I was like, I really don't know anything about like dating. I wonder what it's like. And I really regretted the experiences that I had, because I actually had a crush on one person, but he was sleeping with someone else. So then I was like, okay, well, I don't really like anybody. And then this one guy was just swooped in all casual, like, come on, Jess, like we're friends. And at the very least, it's a free meal and a good conversation. And I was like, yeah, maybe I am taking this way too seriously. And then I regretted it, because he tried to get me to sign a joint loan on our first date. I'm literally not joking. It was for a dog, and it was over $1,000. So what the fuck? And I was trying to like learn about dating, and I was just certain that that's not the way that it was supposed to go. And then dinner was awkward, and I kept thinking about washing my hands, and I had to really shut him down about like the loan thing. So it was not a good conversation. And I had already agreed to go to a party with him after that, which you should never do. You should never book the second date unless you know how the first date goes. Anyways, I feel like there could have been something here like that, where you just learned like not to just be swept away because you have nothing else to do, or like there's somebody here like that I feel like just could be on your nuts. But icky, yeah. I have a feeling a lot of us in the collective will be meeting a new person around March or April, the spiritual new year, maybe. Yeah. I've definitely been picking up on that like new energy. So, and maybe that's a heads up here. Like, because this person, for some of you is like a new person, and they have somehow like they processed through an old like karmic situation for themselves, and they may open up to, they might speak to you about this. Like something might be awkward. They might even like on your first date or something, but I feel like they're processing through this or something. And you might fall apart after that. If this person's going to bring up their ex, you're probably going to get the ick, or you're probably going to be like, oh, you're clearly like still stuck on your ex. But you still might come together with this person like later after it feels like they've processed through a karmic, and they've learned a lot. And so they've raised their vibrations to be able to actually like meet up with you. And it might just be like a heads up that if that falls through or something, you're like, that was like the first person that I kind of even remotely liked in a while. Like, you know, don't just maybe go with somebody that just to go out, you know, just like, well, I haven't dated in a while. It's okay if you haven't dated in a while, just because it might add a complication here. At the very least, like maybe this person's weird interest in you, it's like gonna cause a problem for you, you know? Yeah. He's the one that I want. Dog is just one of the many. Yeah. So my fortune cookie last night said April. That's right around like the new year time, you know, the Aries kind of movement. He's trying to be smooth. Yeah. Big, huge redheaded man that we used to hang out with, Mick. Oh, interesting. Mick Jagger. Oh yeah, I remember saying Mick, and maybe that person's kind of like Mick Jagger, because I just heard that. I don't know. Anyway. I'm amazed at this judgment-free zone. Man, I'm fangirling over you right now. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, thanks. I never dated, really. Haha. Yeah. Well, yeah. So I think it's just, this is a weird one. Because there's a lot of different energies that are mixing here, because it does feel like maybe you're at like a karmic bus station or something where you're trying to see your way through whatever this is. So anything else? You were the best thing in my life. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Feels like that's an X energy that's now like coming in here. Yeah. This is hard to kind of see through. If you're confused about like, if you pull cards for yourself, or like if some tarot readings are getting confusing, it's because it's this blend of energies. So readers are picking up on energies that, and it probably is true for like a bulk of people. You're in this weird place where there's past energy, there's surround energy, there's new energy, there's a lot of energy. It feels like this kind of karmic bus station. I regret lying to you. I know I messed up everything. That feels like an X. So there's a lot of people that, there's a lot of options for you right now, but not all of them are created equal. And I feel like that's what you're trying to sort through. And maybe that's why this new person is seeing you. Because I don't think, whenever this person comes into your life, you might not be focused on dating. You could be, again, like for some of you, you also just processed a karmic relationship or something. And you're actually happy to be out of that processing state, like when you're in like the ugh of it, like the emotionality of it. And you just like being by yourself, and you just like the neutrality of it. Because if you're going to start dating somebody else, then what if they have they're clearly attached to other people? Like, what's that going to do? What are you going to have to process again? And you just got out of that processing state. So it feels like that. It feels like maybe that's why they can't get your attention, is because maybe you're not even like thinking about dating or something. You're just happy to be in a neutral space finally. And so you're just focusing on like the day-to-day routines of your life, and you're happy doing that. And you're not really too eager to get wrapped up in somebody else's karmic blunders and karmic dramas and what they might be handling well and what they might not be handling well. That's just going to blow up and land on your plate, It feels like this is a group that kind of needs to protect your energy, because you're a bright light and more people are interested in you than you might even realize. That could be another karmic lesson that you've had to learn, is that people are interested in you for more reasons than one, and not all of them have the best manners, is what I'm hearing. And not all of them have the best social skills, and not all of them have the best intentions. It's not really feeling like intentions though. It feels more like some of these people don't have the best manners, or they don't have the best approach because they don't have the best moral compass or the best, but they're interested in you, and it feels like genuine. It just feels like it's also not reciprocated, and it feels like maybe some of these people couldn't handle a rejection from you, or it feels like from you in particular, because I feel like these people really, really, really like you, and that could be their karmic lesson, and they're meant to see something different, but not from that place of like, oh, I'm just a piece of shit kind of thing. Like, it's not right, and they do have to respect other people's sovereignty and respect other people's choices. This is a confusing one. That pile number 3, it's just because there's too much energy, and it's coming from a lot of different places. And I think it's because you've been processing here. And some of you may be actually thinking about taking a trip, traveling, or moving somewhere as well. So you might not be, I just feel like maybe this person pops up when you're thinking about your happiness, but you're thinking about doing something alone. And again, getting attached to this person, or starting, like, what if you do like them? Does that mean you're not going to go on the trip that you want to go on, or that you're not going to move to the place that you want to move to? I don't know. It feels like that. It feels like a lot of choices, and it feels like this person's coming in as one of your choices. And this person who's coming in, they are a soulmate. They are a soulmate. You guys could go on the path together. But they do need to clean up their mess. They probably should have it be a priority to not take a giant shit on other people's lives, to be respectful. When you go into somebody else's house, you take your shoes off. You follow the rules in their house. And this person needs to learn how to do that. They need to be respectful with other people's energy, Possibly all of these people around you need to learn how to do that. Some of these people could also be playing games. Like, I just saw the telephone game. So some of these people want you to find out something about them, because they feel like it's going to spark a conversation, or it's going to tell them whether or not they want your attention. They want your eyes on them, and they want to change the way that you see them. And for some, you do like this person. It's the way if it's the friend thing, you're never going to change the way that you feel about this person because it's just not there. Like if it's just not there, it's just not there. But this person that you actually really do like, I think all they can do is ruin it because you do like them. I just think that you're in a weird place. Like you could have just gone through a breakup. You could have just graduated. It feels like some kind of big ending where you just processed through something like a big cycle and you're just happy to be out of that cycle and you're happy to be like kind of free and neutral and unencumbered. And that's what you're excited to be. And it's really good. It feels really good for you to be in that energy. So it's not that you don't like him. It's just that he hasn't expressed enough interest in you, actually, I think, for you to risk it with him. And he may be attached to somebody else. So if this man thinks that he's going to get your attention he wants something to be heard in the gossip chain, that's not going to work because you need him to show more interest, not less interest. You need him to show specific interest, not broad interest. It's not because of your feelings for him. It's because of where you're at. So I don't know. Take that. I hope you got something out of that. Is somebody going to match my freak? Angie said that. Nice. They use your fears to get completely in control. Love balance. Yeah. I hate when people are way too strategic in approaching me. Yeah, but it does take courage to just, be like, I like you. Do you like me? Do you want to hold my hand? And I feel like people's lives are really complicated. Like, I'm glad that we had the sexual revolution. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that people can do whatever they want to do. Although I think a lot of people were doing it anyways, like back in the day. It's just that you had to stick some weird part of a goat up inside of you so that it looks like your hymen broke, like so that no one would drag you off and kill you in a field. But so I'm glad that we have that. But I feel like a lot of people, they're just, they have very complex, maybe schmegs lives. And I think it confuses them. And I think that it confuses other people because even if you do like somebody, it's like, I don't want to mess though. Like I'm a person, I don't want to mess. I have enough mess. Life will take care of that. Okay. Like I'm not trying to I don't want people having evil eye towards me. I don't want to have evil eye towards anybody else. Like, I like things to be clear and I like to commit myself, not just to people, but to endeavors, to goals, to pursuits. It gives me purpose. It gives me momentum. It gives me direction. I like that feeling. But I have to feel safe and I have to feel clarity. And I think sometimes the way that some people, especially people who are genuinely cowards, they're scared to give themselves over in a commitment. Like they don't have that energy that I do where I'm like, it feels very fulfilling to me to have a goal and to pursue it and to be able to funnel myself completely towards that goal. If people don't have that and they're like, I'm scared because then what if I fail or so instead I like to diffuse my energy. I like to hedge my bets. I don't like that kind of person because it confuses me and I'm going to pour into you. If we're in a relationship, I'm going to pour into you and I don't want it just going nowhere. I don't just want it I'm going to grow this plant. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. And I like to have that reciprocal kind of energy. And so it could be that this person is I just heard, okay, Jess, I got it. And then my solar plexus chakra just felt very strong and very confident. Yeah. Cause this person, maybe that feels like it too, where it's well, I don't know if that's what you want. I don't know if that's what you want. And everybody's trying to be the cool person. Oh yeah, I'm fine with whatever. I don't really like you that much. Sometimes you really like somebody much. And I feel like that can be weird. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on in pile 3. It's sometimes you like somebody much and that's what's going on. And that can become hard to deal with if you've created this overly complex social life that you have. It can be hard, Okay. The only interest he has in me is being me. So you have the rest and the main reason why Sam Hunt is coming out. All right. Nice. Okay. So did you hear that, fellas? I am not afraid anymore. Nice.
Just so you know.
Just so I know.
We are having a little bit of skipping, but it's not nearly as bad as it was last week.
Okay.
Audio still seems to be fine, but there's a little bit of skipping that's been happening kind of throughout pile 3 here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not as bad, whatever the interference is.
All right. Well, we'll just move on to the general messages. We're going to compassion this. Thanks for the messages, Jess. I always look forward to your messages. I'm so glad. Sound is always okay, though. Good. I'm not cool girl. I'm unhinged girl. That reminds me of that Nicki Minaj song. It's like, cause I be slashing windows and cutting them break lines. Yeah. And I think what she meant by that is like, listen, I love, okay? I feel emotions. So I'm not a sociopath. Like, I'm not trying to dick anybody around. Like, I need you to be clear with me because I fall in love deeply and I hurt deeply as well. So let's not put me there, you know? Compassion for yourself first and foremost. Heather, thank you so much for the super chat. Morning, Kevin. Thanks for the messages, Jess. I always look forward to your messages. Oh, I already read that one. It's love we do to one another. I still have him haunting me. He said in this life or another we will be together. I feel at this point I want to shove him off a dock for sure. I love that that's become another like colloquialism that we say here. It's like, just shove him off the dock. You know what's weird for me to think about too? It's like, did I go through certain experiences so that I could relay them to you and we could have that as a metaphor? Like, did I need to get shoved off the dock to understand that as a metaphor? To be able to explain something? Like, that's weird to me to think about. Probably that's not how it works. It's, you know. Okay. Did this just come out? Okay, so Alex just threw this card at me, the warrior. So we're moving into the general messages. Ready or not, here we come. This warrior energy. And this was a Patreon reading. And I'm hearing myself say from that reading that this has like awoken the warrior in you. The part of you that's able to defend, the part of you that's able to like go after the things that you want, some kind of experience here. And this was related to some kind of weird karmic couple. So for some of you, that's that. I wonder if you're happy without me. I lost myself for a little while. Okay. Let me just pull some cards here. Spirit, for this general, I'm just going to follow this through and then we'll ask any general messages. Okay, this is interesting. So whoever this idiot is, because this, I'm getting a bad energy off of this. They're very stubborn energy. They're very angry energy. And I feel like they're receiving some kind of karmic justice, but they want things to go back to the way that they were. They want you like on your knees here. They want you not receiving as much as you want. Possibly they want to like love crumb you, or they want you to receive like pennies, or to not be, they want you to receive like pennies and to not be valued for what it is that you do. They want you to not be robust. They want you to not be strong in a pentacles kind of way. So they don't want you to have like that strong kind of like foundation. They want you to feel like something here needs to change, or like there's something wrong with you. They want you to like be shifting and kind of like moving all around. That's their wish fulfillment. Why? Because you found your temperance. So I don't know. This is just a message for somebody. And you know if you've had this karmic energy because this has come through. Hi, soul. That's soul. Masculine energy, sun energy, healing energy, philosophical energy. He's also getting a drink, so maybe these people are thirsty. Noir, thank you so much for the super chat. These lives have been so potent since I started. Thank you, Jess and Alex, a coffee date tip. Thank you. I feel like you would know who this person is in your life because we've picked up messages. So this is for those of you that know that this is a situation that you're dealing with. And for some reason, these people just hate you. And these people, like, I just heard they're greedy and they want what you have. And these people just have hate in their heart. And I feel like it was really hard for you to break away in some way, shape, or form from whatever this is. But you have, I think in part you've done it because you're not greedy. Because this is like, to me, it's like I'm seeing you turn that Jesha corner. It's a really difficult karmic cycle to break, and it's breaking your attachment to the world. And so I feel like you actually broke free from your attachment from the world, your attachment to like greed and power and being strategic, and you moved into that mula energy. And some of you may have like left everything behind. You could have lost something. You could have like really upended your life in some way. And that has led to you finding your balance point, finding your temperance. For some of you, this was a karmic partner. Like you were a part of this karmic couple in the past. And this is a person who really resents you for leaving. They really resent that because this person wants to own you. And if that's the case, I feel like maybe they are, because I don't know, I'm noticing like the bull head there. And to me, that's like very Taurus. So somebody here could have very strong Taurus in their chart. They could see you as like their prize, their stability, like you bring stability or something here. Or maybe this person feels like you are the reason that they lost some kind of Taurus energy or that they had to leave some kind of Garden of Eden energy. I don't think that's true. I feel like you just left, like you left, or you ended some kind of karmic cycle. You found your balance point. It feels tit for tat. It feels like it feels honestly unrelated to you, but it feels like these people are fixated on you and they're kind of thinking that because they're suffering, or this could be one person too, a singular person. They could want you to be single. Like they could want to end, they could want you to be they want you to be an easy target is what they want. They don't want you to have any foundation. They want nobody to support you. They want you on your knees. They want you to accept pennies and crumbs instead of having like a vibrant, robust life around you and people that love you and a person that loves you, because that makes your energy easy to knock around. This person feels abusive. This person feels like a bully. It feels like they just do it to dominate. That's kind of what it feels like here. And there's some kind of like past energy. They want to make you a child. They want to make you like infantile. They could want to go back. If this is a parent or like I don't know what this, like your parents, if this is a karmic couple, or it could be that one of your parents left the other one. And they might feel like for some reason that's because of you. Yikes. I don't know. Like then they're hateful and their wish fulfillment is to see something end for you. They really fantasize. This is a dark-hearted person. They really fantasize about your personality and your energy changing and like you becoming scared, you becoming small, you having to be more strategic around that, and just not being able to grow, not being able to flourish. This is an evil person. That's their fantasy here. This person has a lot of secrets. They try to act like they're winning. They try to act like they have like a lot of relationships here, or that they have a lot of people that have their back. And I feel for some of you, this person wants to put you in a subordinate position, that of a child, that which has to learn from them. So it tells me that they want to try to like garner some kind of respect, but this is not respect. That they, even if they could manage to get you into this position, what it is dominance and control. They're waiting for their ships to come in, which is to see you burdened. Why is this person sucking? Because you're the Empress. So the reason that they're doing this to you is because you are the Empress. And they could see that things are growing around you. Actually, I feel like they see it in a way that you don't see it. Because like, notice like the eyes are closed. Like you really have turned inward. And maybe things have turned around for you, but I don't think that's why you've done it. I think that you are really on the spiritual path here with this Temperance energy. You have like a beautiful angelic energy that's all around you. I feel like I just heard Archangel Michael is with you, is overseeing this, and is with you to help keep you like strong and centered. The Bayou, thank you so much again for the super chat. But yeah, and they don't want you in this energy. And I feel like actually in a weird way, this is reflecting back that you are the Empress. That you are, again, I don't think that you think of yourself like this, or like you don't fully see this. Actually, this feels like a roundabout way of getting you to acknowledge your value or your worth, because this person actually sees value and worth in you that potentially you don't see. Yeah. They're undergoing some kind of spiritual transformation here, but they suck at doing it. And they also want people to change their mind about you, to see you in a different light. They could want to stagnate you. They could want to stagnate you and hold you back. And then look at this. Like, I don't know. This is a message and like the Knight of Wands. So they could send you some kind of like schmegs message, or be in and out with some kind of message, or it's sneaky. They want you to be alone. They could be also trying to convince you that somebody that you're with, who is actually a nice person, is the Knight of Wands. That somebody here has been unfaithful. They could also be trying to convince you that, they could be trying to convince somebody else that you're not this Empress, that you're the Knight of Wands, that you're not serious about them, that you're a player, or that you're in and out. They could be, for some of you, I just heard your mom. They could be trying to tell your mom that. Whatever. Yeah, they want to win. They want a victory. And this is the kind of person or people that grow tall by cutting off the heads of others. So that means that they're not genuinely the best. And nothing. Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to say to that little pissant who's like trying to get in here, huh? It feels to me like they think that burning you down, getting rid of you, shutting you down, removes their shame, because this person feels shame and they need to have that mirrored back at them, because that's the truth. This person has done things that they need to take responsibility for and feel shame. And destroying somebody like me who outs you and who tells the truth about who you are, and that this is going on, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to destroy those people that could put that narrative out there. that doesn't remove the shame. The shame is in you. That's what you have to learn here. Is like the shame is in you and it's not just going to go away. But this is the kind of person that doesn't care about it going away because they're not actually moral. They don't actually give a shit the way that they like affect people. They just want it to go away. They just want their narrative. This is like the pile number 1 person for a lot of you. They just want their narrative to dominate. They want their smear campaign to take root. They want to be able to control who is who and what is what. So this is a person that primarily concerns themselves with reputation. They do not concern themselves with genuine character because that's what this is about. They want the shame to go away, but they don't really. They want the tarnish to their name to go away. And I think they want the karma to go away too. And this is the kind of person that is so delulu that could be receiving karma, genuine consequence. There's a consequence when you treat people like shit. People are not as stupid as you think they are. I genuinely think this person thinks people are stupider than they really are. They really think that without your presence or without other people's presence, that people wouldn't be on to them. I don't think that's true. I just think this person is like about dominance. I think that a lot of people know that and just, you intuitively kind of know, like when you're around a narcissist, that maybe you should shush, maybe you should like, pipe down. And I'm really only doing this, like speaking so clearly about this person because I'm on a platform and we're like all talking about this person. But if we were all in the same room with that person, I would be gray rocking that person. I would be very polite to their face and, whatever. And you never know who's a flying monkey. So you really don't like out them to other people. And I feel like that's what they don't understand. I don't think that you were doing that. And if you did talk about this person, it's because you probably were genuinely confused about their behavior because you bought their mask too. And then when their mask started to slip, I think you were genuinely confused. So you could have been reaching out, you could have been processing or talking, or you could have genuinely appealed for help from somewhere. But you were not. This is a person that's so strategic and they mean to harm and they mean to cut people down. You weren't trying to do that. You were trying to understand. You were trying to protect yourself. That just happens to get in the way of this person's agenda. And they don't like it. And this person is spoiled fucking rotten. And they have a determination to be spoiled fucking rotten, which is maybe why they targeted this Taurus person, whoever this Taurus person is. And I think that for those of you where there hasn't been a breakup between these two, they could be trying to weaponize this Taurus person to have them run at you and skewer you. Boom. Like, see how, like, I just heard grandma, what pointy horns you have. Because look how pointy those horns look like all of a sudden. And they're lying. They're woven this way all around this person's head. And they're trying to say like, this is going to be a happy new beginning. And then we won't have any more problems if you just skewer this person. It's a lie. This person is a lie. They are a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. And I feel for some of you, whoever they're trying to trick here, that carries a big stick, I think, is starting to wake up to it. They're starting to wake up to the fact that they've been used by this person, that this person is a snake, and that they're trying to get this person to go at people, to try to take them out. Like, they use this person to do their dirty work. And it's power by proxy. And I'm hearing like if the man is the head of the family, the woman is the neck. That's the kind of dynamic I was describing in one of the other piles where like there's some kind of like strong man and it's like, oh yeah, like they have the perfect life and the perfect family. And then come to realize that this person has actually been out there causing a big kerfuffle for a lot of people that do not deserve it because this somebody here has been the neck. It doesn't have to be a woman, but it's somebody here is like the head and somebody here is like the neck. And they're saying, look over here. That's this. Look over there. That's that. Look up here. That's that. And this is the kind of person that when they realize what they've done and when they realize what they've, if they have any conscience at all, because for some, maybe they both suck. I don't know. But yeah, like they're going to realize that. They're going to realize that. Yeah. They want to fight. Somebody here wants a fight or competition. And I feel like there's somebody here that's the snake energy, that's trying to dupe this Taurus person. Taurus is a very abundant sign, very rooted sign, very heavy hitting energy. It's an earth sign. It's, and it's very luxurious. So somebody here may offer luxury or have luxury. And the other person is just a snake in the Garden of Eden. This is Garden of Eden energy. And I never think of the snake when I think of the Garden of Eden associated with Taurus. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Like whenever I've studied like Taurus energy, like I've heard it compared to the Garden of Eden. And I know like I've heard people say that, or I've read somewhere that like there's usually some kind of authority figure in the Garden of Eden. So you can have all of your needs met, but I never think about the snake being there. There's this snake that's attracted to the Garden of Eden. Of course there is. And it's like throw Adam and Eve out. They're naked. Ew. Which is like they're being honest and vulnerable. They're intimate. Ew. Okay, so for some of you, this could be a person that is like targeting you and another person. Doesn't even have to be a romantic interest. It's like a partnership energy though, like you and your best friend or you, and they're like, ew, they're vulnerable, gross, like shame. There's like a throwing back and forth of like the shame energy and the sinful energy. Who sinned? Who's in error? Ugh. Lego my ego. Thank you so much for the super chat. I love that name. Yeah, so this is a nightmare. This is like, honestly, it feels like they want to draw you into a fight. The competition here, it's like, it feels like it's competing worldviews. They want you to go at them. They want you to have a fight. I really would not, this person is wrong, and they're wrong in the energy that they come from. They're wrong in their intent. They're wrong in their emotions. So I don't care what this person's observed. I don't care what their philosophy is. I don't care what their worldview is. It's wrong because it comes from a corrupted place. And so this is why they tell you, do not get baited into an argument with a narcissist. Do not do that. Yeah, like, okay, so the Knight of Cups, like this to me, it's a karmic energy. Something here is going on because Vishaka is poisons from the past, but to me, it's ruled over by Indra. And Indra is very luxurious, like with this Taurus energy, has a nice house, very creative energy. That's what's going on here. So they feel like you're potentially the reason that they lost something, or that they could lose something, or they feel like you're competition for something here. And I just really feel like you want this person to leave you the hell alone. You find them nasty. You don't want anything that they are, and you don't want anything that they've had. Yeah, you just want the truth. You just want the truth to come out. And it feels like this person, they have one enemy and one enemy only, and it is the truth. And so if you are a person who's going to speak the truth, they're going to come at you. They're going to say something's wrong with you. If you have made yourself an enemy to truth, you've made yourself an enemy to God. You've made yourself an enemy to righteousness. If it can be destroyed by the truth, let it be destroyed by the truth. This person is a karmic to every person. Mick Jagger. I feel like it's a Mick Jagger thing. And you know, it's like that very like, I don't know, rock starry sexual thing. Like that's how they try to like come across maybe. I don't know. Like, what is he saying? Sing it to me, someone. I'm kidding. So I feel like you've maybe just told the truth. It feels to me like that's what you did. You told the truth. And that's just made you public enemy number one. And somebody else here is just happily ignorant and being drawn along for the ride, just attacking, I'm seeing Toro. Like they should be ashamed of themselves, really. They're not too bright in the mind. This person is like, hey, with the red flag. Oh, that's the neck thing. Where they tell this person where to look, and they know how to rile this person up too in order to try to get them to attack, in order to make them feel like you are the reason. When really it's this person and their lies. And the fact that they were able to suck this person into their narc fantasy, which was always a fantasy, and a fantasy is not reality. By definition, a fantasy is not reality. It was always delulu. So these two went off on a fantastical, delusional ride together. And then when it turned out to be delusion, they got pissed off. And then this is somebody who like starts to point the finger at anybody who pointed the truth out to these people. That's why they're mad. They are mad because somebody pointed out the truth to them. And they think that that's you having a dog in this fight. When actually you don't have a dog in this fight. You just try to understand what the truth is. You know what your truth is. Because I feel like you also could have been targeted by this person. Whereas that's what this person does, this snake energy. They have people that they target and that they like to push around, probably using the position and the money, the strength here, the Garden of Eden energy. This could be a person that controls resources. They like to weave their way in and then be like, attack that person. And then it's power by proxy because they'd be like, I didn't attack you. He attacked you. Or she attacked you. Or they attacked you. It wasn't me. But really, they did it. They knew what they were doing. And they know that they misrepresented themselves. Because this also feels like a person that if they were caught, they'd be like, well, I didn't know that you thought that. I didn't know that this is a very tricky person. This is the pile number one person. And they're probably spoiled ass rotten. Because what this is telling me is that I feel like just the people around them have allowed this person to live in their like Delulu land. They've not questioned this person with the truth. I just heard the fuck you can't ask a clarifying question for. Does nobody have the sack to like ask this person a clarifying question? Could you please elaborate, sir or madam, about like this claim that you made, you know, if it's just possible so that, you know, you can make up your own mind about it. Like that feels like it's never happened with this person and they know what they're doing because this person allows people to fill in the blanks. That's what it feels like to start an argument. But I actually feel like there's some kind of righteous person here. Because this to me is Danishta energy. Danishta has very good karmas. Very good. And they break the mold. They break the pattern. And I feel like that's what you were doing. And it's because you have good karmas that you were able to do this. But I also feel like you taking this on or just being in this person's path, because literally just tell the truth in front of this person and it makes you a target. So whoop-de-doo. This is how you've built good karmas. You being involved in this, because it feels like you're fighting the fight for spirit. That's what it feels like. It feels like you just said the truth, because you don't. That's what this person doesn't understand either. You don't have a dog in this fight. You're literally just holding up the truth. So that's God. God is truth. This person is arguing with God. And I'm not saying that you're God. I'm saying that like the truth is God, and you're just the person or one maybe of many people here that are just willing to tell this person the truth and hold them to the truth and say, that's not what happened. And you damn and good well know it, or you should know it. And whoever's getting manipulated by this person, again, the fuck you can't ask a clarifying question for. The fuck you can't get to the bottom of a situation for sitting here, grown-ass person that clearly has like a lot of resources and stuff. There's shame here because they kind of know they got taken in. I think they have to confront that they got taken in by somebody and they caused a lot of harm to innocent people. But you're never going to clear this up. That's ultimately the goal that Spirit has with these two people. This snake needs to be dealt with. Okay, but like, it needs to stop having somebody to control. A snake is actually a very vulnerable creature. Like it gets stomped on easily. I feel like this bull could easily stomp out the snake. But I feel like Spirit is trying to illuminate the truth for whoever this is that's being manipulated, or possibly there's a couple here that's being manipulated, or multiple people, so that they can stop creating such negative karma for themselves, because that's what they hate. They hate that karma is occurring, and teach them how to have good karma. Show them what it looks like to have good karma. Show them some kind of righteousness, that it's like when you're not fighting from an ego position, because these people are fighting from an ego position and you are just, look, it's the God card. You are just, I feel like you're hearkening in some kind of Wheel of Fortune energy, but it's not coming from you because you do not have a dog in this fight. And this other person is trying to say that you do. I think you want left alone. I think you would like for the truth to come out. I feel like this person lied about you. This snake energy lied about you. And they lied to you is what I'm hearing. They lied on you. And they want that person to keep believing the lie that they told. And they'll do anything to hold on to it. To hold on to that lie. Because that's their control. They don't want to lose their control. They don't want to lose their position. They don't want to lose their power. And they really don't pack a punch without this other person. Which is why this other person needs to get away from them. Because they're being used, and also this person couldn't cause anywhere near the amount of damage that they caused to innocent people if this person was not around them. Yeah, they choose to stay in this relationship and they choose to stay in darkness. Spirit's trying to wake this person up. Trying to wake this person up. Well, you're going to have a victory in this situation. I feel like this couple, there's a tower moment coming in. Possibly from the past, possibly to do with a child. Look, another tower moment, possibly two tower moments. Because whoever's being used here, they're really wanting to wake this person up. And it has something to do here with this Four of Wands. Now, this is interesting because it's Bharani energy. And there could be somebody here, Bharani can be, if it's a masculine energy, it's somebody who's very nurturing. Very masculine, but very nurturing. And it has kind of a feminine quality. And so there could be a person like that somehow in the center. Maybe that's this Taurus person. They could have married somebody here. Okay, this is weird because the Four of Wands can be marriage, but to me, it can also be Schmeg's worker energy that's angry and violent. And it's also, there's Yama energy here, which Yama rules over death. It also rules over vagina. He needs to wake up to the reality of like what's going on here. That's part of the karma. There's been an untruth. This person lied, possibly to get this person into marriage because they wanted to siphon off of this person. They wanted to suck the life out of this person. Could have to do with a child. Could have something to do with the past. King of Pentacles. This person maybe could have... There's something here. Maybe they feel angry about a King of Pentacles that they had a child with. And they broke off something, they're very angry. Ran to them for some reason. Because they're nurturing. Maybe because they're very masculine, but they're very nurturing as well. And it's that nurturing quality, I feel like, that potentially gets this person in trouble. But they also potentially need to see the difference between somebody here who's very angry with them, very materialistic, very maybe sensual, maybe body oriented, but like angrily and vengefully broke something off between them and a genuine soulmate. And it could be, I'm kind of getting the sense of that person running away from another relationship with a King of Pentacles that probably figured them out. Because the King of Pentacles for me can be Uttara Falguni energy, which, you know, it's somebody that has everything to give, but sometimes they trust the wrong people. And this would definitely be a person that's not trustworthy. They could have had kids with that person, or their personality could have changed and shifted, or a secret came out. It feels like, yeah, I'm also getting that this King of Pentacles was in the right place at the right time and actually saw something. And so they ran out of that relationship, went and held on to this other person, but it feels like they had to break something with their vagine. Their vagine. So I don't know if that means that there's been like some kind of schmegs magic here, or they just got in between two people because they seduced somebody quickly and kept them distracted in that way. But they had to break something off, like a real genuine soulmate connection here. With somebody that is very attractive, because Bharani can also be the energy of, so it's either with somebody who is that masculine figure, but it's very nurturing, or it can be somebody that's very attractive, but it's not in like, it's their whole energy is attractive, and it's not because they have whatever body or whatever features are in vogue at that current time. They have their own look. They're their own person. They're unique in some kind of way. And it's kind of an unmatchable energy where like nobody can encompass your kind of beauty the way that you can, sort of a thing. It's that kind of person. So they broke something off with that person. This person could make money off of their body in some way. Doesn't even have to be schmegsual. It's just whoever did this could do that. It's kind of a dancer energy. Yeah, they baited somebody in as like a fool, who was like a fool. And they get to be the strong one. They dominate. They are the strong one, but I think they do it because they convince this person that they're in charge and that they're in control. And I'm kind of seeing that like flattery energy of like, oh, you're so strong. Oh, you're so manly. Oh, you're so masculine. God, you're more of a man than my ex ever was. They don't actually think that, because you know what? Their ex was clearly more of a man than this new person is, because they put their foot down. Once they realized what was going on and that they were being used or that they were being played, this person was like, get the fuck out. GTO. GTFO. That's very manly. That's very strong. That's somebody who's nobody's fool. But this is a person who praises like this other person for their weakness, in order to keep them trapped in a state of delusion. Could have lied about a child here. Paternity even. I don't know. Or wanting kids. There's justice for this. Because I feel like there was Rohini energy. Rohini can be the favorite. Was left on their own here. And is defending themselves, defending whatever it is that they built up for themselves. Because also Rohini is born sexy yesterday kind of energy, but it gets pissed off because it feels like everybody's trying to put their sexual energy at them. Everybody's trying to make them into their fantasy, and they get pissed and they end that. They kill their creator, and they move out even like on kind of shaky energy. You know, that Murgashira energy, but it's very auspicious. And they take the path of becoming their creator themselves. So there could be something here to do with that. There's karmic justice here in a big way. And it can't be undone. This is like a long process. This isn't, I feel like whoever is pissed off here is like possessive and they're territorial and they thought this was going to go on forever. And I think that they feel like something here has just changed. This is like such a long, something here, the truth. It's just the truth. The truth of who they are is just being exposed. That's what they don't like. And that's not what they're saying. They're saying this person's the karmic and this person's a this and that person's a that. But it's just their lives are like running out. Something could have sparked something. Somebody could have cleared the air. A child could have said something here as well to like tip somebody off. A secret was revealed. And something here like resonated with someone. I don't know if it came in from a child. I don't know if it just was like, it feels like somebody with that page of wands, it feels like a very small energy. Somebody could have found a trinket. Somebody could have found a token. Somebody could have found something and it led to like the realizing that there was maybe teamwork involved here to keep this person like in the dark. Yeah. To keep them feeling lacking. But it's weird because they do it all with this, you're so strong, you're so capable, you're so this or you're so that. And this person may have genuine like lacks, whether it's socially, whether it's in terms of their career. They may have genuine lacks where they already feel insecure. And so if they're trying to overcome that, it feels like they're on shaky ground, but they need to actually keep dealing with it. But then this person comes in and they're like, that person's crazy for reflecting back something that's genuine and true to you. Don't listen to them. Just listen to me. Like, I can't believe they're so rude that they would call out a deficit that you have. We all have deficits as people. Let's be grown-ups about that. Like it's like that was their way in. And they don't actually respect this person more than they respect their ex. Not at all. And they don't feel not at all. They just say it because to keep them in the dark, to keep them sick, to keep them from listening to their heart, to keep them from seeing the truth, to keep them embroiled in this relationship, to make them think that something is fair and it's not fair. This person doesn't have a say in their own life. They're waiting for their ships to come in, and I got a sense that it might even be with this ex. But they also might be looking for the smoke with whoever that they like shoved in the dirt. Somebody here might be looking for the smoke. They have some kind of plan. This person has some kind of weird plan. I don't know. It has to do with maybe they want to be caught in some kind of sexual situation with this person because they're trying to break something with their vagina. Remember I said that? They want to break something with their vagina. And by doing this sex with this person, they want it to break a soulmate connection irrevocably or something like that. They because they don't want this person to have other options. They're territorial. They're mean. But also it's like some kind of in and out energy. It could be a fight. Like, can't make this up. They want to end something here so that somebody cannot bridge a gap or move forward with their soulmate. This is a nasty piece of work, this person. One of the worst people you could run into. You can't win with this person. They like to put people in no-win scenarios, which they've potentially done. And they've managed to isolate somebody here as well. The routines that they keep somebody locked in here are very isolating. And they keep they keep moving the goalpost here with like the carrot. It doesn't feel like the stick, it feels like the carrot. They keep moving that. Like keep working, keep doing the this, keep doing the that. So this could also be somebody that does all the work in the relationship. But the universe has stepped in here in order to challenge. It is the universe that is challenging the lies. This is a narc fantasy, but this is like rampant. This is a narc fantasy that goes rampant. This person's also very possessive. This reminds me of like I used to get a lot of gargoyle energy where like this person is like the gargoyle and they want everybody to be the same and they kind of monitor who is like in their inner circle, who is in a certain space. And again, this person's very adept at like gaining power over that. This is somebody who's like the HOA president, just to be a pain in the ass to everyone. And to be like, I don't really like your lawn ornament. Okay, so I'm going to drive over it with my car because I'm allowed to do that. Because Rule 59B says that I can be a bitch whenever I want. So, it's like that. But this person scans people. And I'm hearing myself, I think this was in pile number 1, where they scan people to see if they're susceptible to their narc fantasy. They scan people. They throw out little like, oh, this is this and that is that. And if you don't respond, if you are like, oh, that's nice. Like, and you don't just like kiss their ass or praise them or something, like, then this person is like, oh, you're on my shit list, or like, oh, you can't be like let in, because you're a threat to this precarious narc fantasy that they've built up all around. It feels like this particular person, there's somebody that they're feeding off of, that they, that has a lot. It feels like of luxury. It feels like somebody here like owns the home and it's a nice home. Somebody here can buy them. I just heard Burberry. Okay, very specific. Like they can buy them. I'm seeing like perfumes and like they want the nicey trinkets and they want to dominate over everyone to try to force everyone into their narc fantasy. And they want to do it by force. And then they want to be seen as the one who is like blameless and the one who is just the sweetest. They want to force everyone to bring a chicken for their table is like what this person wants. And I don't want to bring a chicken for their table. I'm picking the nastiest chicken with the worst breath and diarrhea, and I'm bringing that if I have to bring this stupid person a chicken. So But yeah, it feels like the universe is challenging this, and the universe is shaking this and saying this needs to break up, this partnership, because it's codependent, because this person likes to believe lies about themselves. Whoever is being taken over by this manipulator, that I feel is fairly obvious for anybody to see that this is like a manipulator, if they're not benefiting or if they're not gaining. And I feel like what this person benefits is the story that this snake tells them about themselves and about their strengths in particular. And yeah. It's blocking. This is a blockage. It's blocking their path forward, but potentially other souls' path forward. It's a blockage. And I just feel like Spirit's done with it. Yeah, they're trying to protect this like ongoing functioning dysfunction between the two of them. They feed each other's delusions. Yeah. This is about independence. This is about not being codependent, learning how to stand on your own. Both of these people have this issue because this snake is mooching. That's what they are. They're mooching off of this person. But they're just not, they're doing it under a different guise. I don't know. Probably. They try to bait this person into a war, or that's going to be the big karma, is they're going to be like, listen, you're a bull. You have the horns. Go fight this war. Go do a war on that person. And then they're going to get themselves, I just heard mess with the bull, get the horns, but I just saw a bull's horns like getting all like wrapped up in whatever they just like ran over. And now it's like all tangled up. And it's going to render, this person, I don't think this bull is naturally a bad person. I just think they're superficial or dense in some way. There's a lack that comes through in this person. I don't know exactly what it is, but basically Spirit is going to catch this bull in the horns and they're going to render all the strength of, because I'm seeing like the muscles and stuff moving, they're going to render it useless. Absolutely useless. Doesn't have to be that way. This person could just free themselves from the snake and be free and go use their strength in better ways. That's not, if they're going to just do a war on somebody blindly like a moron, then they're going to get stuck in their own net, and they'll need to clear it up, because this is somebody, I'm seeing human hands have to come in here and like pull the net off of like the bull's horns. And so this bull needs to make friends. I just heard how to win friends and influence people. So I feel like that's what these people could be focused on, how to win friends and influence people and how to get my status. Hey. And so they're finessing. Both of these people are very coaxing, very finessing. And I'm hearing myself in a reading, this was from ages ago. I'm hearing myself say about, I think this bull person, that they had two paths to go down, and it had to do with a lack, and maybe it's a social lack. So their healthy partner had a healthy way of interacting with people. And this nasty person, it's slick. They learn how to, oh my gosh, I literally saw in that reading, I forgot about this. I saw somebody like artificially inseminating a cow. Because if you've ever seen somebody do that, they got to like you put your whole arm in, you put your whole arm out, you put your whole arm in, and you shake it all about. I'm so sorry, I'm gross. But yeah, like that's what they're doing. They're teaching them how to like masturbate that cow. That's what they're trying to teach this person. To like, somebody here is trying to do that. And they both do that with each other, and it's nasty. This is like very codependent here. So this bull person needs to detach from someone who's teaching them nasty things, and they need to stand on their own 2 feet here. They need to be independent, possibly like somebody here already knows how to make their own money, but they need to have less money, and they need to it feels like greed. They need to be less greedy, because it feels like they use greed as a mask socially, maybe in some way, because they want maybe people also to kiss their ass, or like they want people to think of them a certain way, instead of just having healthy self-esteem and having enough to survive. So one person, I think it's like a greed thing. And actually with both of them, I think it's a greed thing. And this other person can't live on their own. I can't live without you. I just heard that. I can't remember who sings that song. Because they literally cannot like survive on their own. And so, but they're trying, I don't know what this person tells this person, like, in order to make sure that they don't have to learn how to brave the world on their own. They both have to learn how to be in this energy where they're not greedy. Yeah, because one person benefits socially from being greedy, because it forces people to have to kiss their ass. People would not interact with this person in the same way if they didn't have that money. So they're using it as a social crutch. And the other person is using it also in a way as a social crutch. But I think they're better socially typically. But they're not good with the earthy element, the Taurus element, the building. They're not good at building things. They're not good at sustaining things, one foot in front of the other. And that person had a soulmate that was going to teach them how to do that in a better way. Because this is, it feels like this is a crutch. This other person isn't teaching them how to do it. This person's just providing for them. So long as they masturbate them is what I'm getting. Yeah. That reading was it was many years ago, many moons ago. I could not even tell you when that reading was, but I just remember the cow thing because it's such an image to have like in your mind. And these people, okay, there's a fight that these people need to have or will have. I feel like Spirit's going to get them in a position where their way out is to turn on each other. And I think part of it is genuine here because it's like, well, you told me this. Well, you told me that. And it feels to me like if they want to get out of their own individual binds, which I think they will both want very badly, that they're going to have to turn on each other here. And that's actually how they get good karma. And I think that there's some kind of, this feels like a righteous divine warrior here. And that might be you, this warrior that is maybe learning how to be more Knight of Swords. Like be in their swords energy, just to tell the truth, even when it's hard. Because this feels like this person is very well acquainted with the truth, but that they don't want to really, like, this is a lot to deal with. It's a lot to be confronted with. And so somebody here has to, when it's hard, and maybe in the face of power or fear, tell the truth and like run in with that sword. That's what somebody here is, a righteous warrior, but they're learning too. They're in the Knight of Swords energy where and I feel like they were in the Page of Swords energy where they're like, what am I looking at? Remember I said that started out like your big crime with these people is that you told the truth. But I feel like it started off with Page of Swords energy where you were like, I don't know, I believed their facade and then they did this weird thing and I'm not willing to lie to myself. I'm not willing to get sucked into I can ask a fucking clarifying question, thank you. I'm not willing to just get dragged along in this narc fantasy. I'm pumping the brakes here and I'm taking a step back and I'm looking at this and something's not right. Something's not adding up. And my husband was just telling me the other day, yesterday actually, he was listening to something and it was like a mechanic or something. He's like, if a woman tells you that something's wrong, you should listen because she might not know the difference between the engine and the suspension system. But if she's telling you that something's wrong, it really is worth it to like look and try to figure out like, you know, what is wrong. So I feel like that's this person's energy where they're like, I don't know what's wrong, but I do know something's wrong. And it feels like they're going to get pushed to a place where they're going to have to like I just heard pick up your cross and follow me. But this person just picked up their sword of truth. Like, I know that this happened to me, or I know this is the truth of the situation, and just like ram it in there, like not in a crude way, but just because it needs to be done. And because they know that it's like I said, they don't have this. I'm getting goosebumps. It's not their ego that's causing them to do this. They have no dog in this fight. They don't care. They just are on the side of truth and they feel the truth should be said here because this lie is harming people and advantaging people. And it's harming innocent people and it is advantaging terrible people. And that needs to be stopped in no uncertain terms. And you can't collude with that energy. That's really what I'm getting. I'm not colluding with that because that's what it feels like. It's like if you can't join them, beat them. It feels like you cannot beat us because we have climbed to the top of this mountain and it doesn't matter what's right, good, real, or true anymore. It just matters that I have more than you and I'm dominant. Ha! And that's what I wanted to do. And this person's like, I give zero fucks about that. Goliath! Like, you know, that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. This inner warrior of like, it just offends my sense of righteousness. It just offends my sense of truth. That the two of you would get anywhere near each other and think that that's a good thing. You both are nasty. And also like the fact that you do this to people, I find reprehensible, which is why the good Lord above knew that it could move through me to call you the fuck out. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Come hell or high water, I don't care if I win or lose because I am going to lie my head on the pillow at night. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to sleep like a fucking baby, even if you take everything from me. And I'm sleeping on the ground that the good Lord made. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This has been a reading by Jess Puckett. That's it. That's what I have. I really did not expect that. This all came because Alex showed me this card. And I remember this from Patreon too, because I'm pretty sure it was literally the one that we did last weekend, right? It was literally, I think, pile number 1 in the one that we did last weekend. And it's this weird couple. I just heard, who is this weird couple? And this card came out. And I get that. It's Virgo Leo cusp, which is Uttara Falguni, which is what I just said. And I pick up on that all the time. But look, it's the maiden and the lion. And by the way, Leo and Taurus overlap on the light grid, which means you can read certain things as conjunctions, like there, if you look at it from the lens of, Leah, help me out. It's Essentia. I never know how to say it correctly, but it's one of those 2 words. And it looks like she's just dominating the lion. That's what this person does. Somebody here dominates the lion. And it's gross. And it is gross. And they like dependence. And these people try to foster dependence. They try to control people by getting people dependent on them, on their little nest egg, on whatever they build for themselves. They are trying to attack this independence energy. People just standing on their own 2 feet. People just able like to be comfortable, because it feels like if people can be comfortable, they have the freedom to say, no, I don't like that, or yes, I will have some more of that. That's what this person doesn't like. They don't want anybody to be able to say no to them without suffering greatly for it. This person wants to play God. Both of these people do, because they can't be bothered to just fix a deficit that they have internally, to learn how to genuinely make friends instead of trying to control them this way, and really like getting comfortable with the fact that some people are going to like you and some people are not. This offends me to my core, which is probably why Spirit gives me these messages. Also, those of you who have been on this tarot journey with me know that that's been a big part of what I've had to learn here, is like just getting comfortable saying the truth. Even though I think it might offend some people, or that it might because ultimately that's what creates karmic blocks. It seems like it's holding you in a comfortable position, but it's not. And we all benefit when we all acquaint ourselves with the truth. I know that. I've lived that. And that is, I'm literally getting goosebumps right now. Like, that's been the fruition of my journey. So when Spirit says that, Jesus in the Bible says, if you bring what is in you out of you, then it will save you. And if you keep it in there, then it will be the detriment of you. This is me doing just that. I believe wholeheartedly in the truth. And these people don't. They believe in power, because their life doesn't function without power. They don't want to be seen just like everybody else, because if they're seen like everybody else, people can take or leave them. They're going to have people that they get along with and people that they don't. They're going to win some battles and lose other battles, just like everything in the universe is asked to do. Right? Because one day it's the antelope's turn to roam in the sun, and the other day it's the lion's turn to eat the antelope. And that's what makes it all go around. And you submit yourself to the dance, don't you? You submit yourself to the dance. It's brave to do that. And that's what we're all called upon to do here. That's the real win. It's just the stasis, the homeostasis, the balancing act, the playing our part when we're asked to, the not taking too much, the leavers and the takers in Ishmael. This person's a taker, both of these people. And it's disgusting. It's frivolous. But we still have compassion. Compassion. Compassion, compassion. But it doesn't mean you don't stand up to it. I just feel like I need to do this. Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin just came through, or maybe this is a gift of Kuan Yin. Somehow she's involved in this painful ending. Kuan Yin has gifted this painful ending. This also is giving the white buffalo calf woman. It's so there could be some kind of feminine energy that's very peaceful, because that buffalo calf woman, she brings in peace. But she does that because she's got to tell people to knock it off. And then and then Kuan Yin is of course associated. She's a bodhisattva of compassion. So, okay, that's what I have for you. Thank you. Deep breaths. What even is that thing, Jess? This is a prayer wheel, and it has Om Mani Padme Hum in Tibetan, I think, or Sanskrit. Tibetan. That's written on it. And inside of this, I don't want to take this off. Yeah, please don't. Because sometimes it falls off, and then I have to go get Alex to put it back on, because I'm an impatient person and I ruin things because of my impatience, and I'm working on it. But there's paper scrolls in there that have been written on by monks that have the prayer. So then when you twirl it, zoom, 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 it spreads the prayers out everywhere. So that's what I'm doing. I'm spreading the prayers. Oh, you got some on your face. Yeah. So, yes. Okay. That's what I have for you guys. The sun's getting real low and I need to have a taco. So that's what I'm going to do. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of my tribe. Thanks for being a part of my peoples. Putting up with my crazy shenanigans, and for joining me on a Friday and mixing and matching our energies together. And I really am going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for this cycle to be busted and broken. I'm going to put this on my altar or something, I think, for a while. because I'm sick of this energy. I really, truly am. But like also, this is like just the last little thing I'll say is I get sick of something. I know like a lot of us do in tarot, but I also prostrate myself to like the highest of high. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. And I don't just want this energy to go away. Like I want it to be fully purged. Like not just from me, but like from our little group here. I want it to be fully and completely dealt with. So and I know that I don't see with the wisdom that the highest of on high can see with. So I'm here to like work this out fully and completely, like massaging this out like of our systems here. But I just want to really throw my weight behind like moving it, like just actually like moving it. So anyways, that's what I have. And thanks for being here. And we have a live stream tomorrow on Patreon on Saturday. So I will see you guys over there. Also, we sell candles. It's called Nine Woods Candle Company. And this is wintertime. It's prime time candle season. If you are a candle person, then you might want to consider buying some of our candles. We put a lot of love, time, energy, and thought into them. We use the highest quality of ingredients that we can find. That's something that we feel isn't really talked about much because I'm really big about like trying not to throw in like extra stuff into like the air that we're breathing. So it's 100% soy wax, and a lot of candles will tell you that they're 100% soy wax, but there's additives in there. So what that means is this is 100% soy wax. It's not cut with paraffin wax. It's not cut with any other kind of wax. That's what they're trying to say with the 100% soy wax. But a lot of soy wax does have additives in it in order to make it kind of congeal and lay like flat. So ours is just 100% straight up soy wax. So it does have like, you know, natural waves and like curvatures, but I think it adds to the charm. So there's that. We use the cleanest scents that are on the market, the cleanest wicks that we can find. You can, that's another thing. It's like a lot of candles can have trace metals and things in there that you're actually burning off. So we really try to pay attention to the details as much as we can. And they come in glass apothecary jars with paper labels, and we have to sell them with the labels so that you know what you're dealing with. And that's great. And, but you can remove that label and, you know, just fold it up, keep it under there, you know, keep it for your own reference, but then you can have a labelless candle that looks good in your space and looks good anywhere. And the apothecary jars, I think, are so feminine, and you can reuse them in a lot of different ways. So there's just a lot of benefits to our candles. I personally like them. I think they're classic, but they do also have that like warm feminine touch that I feel like we're all kind of looking for whenever we connect with candles. We have a lot of amazing scents. If you're looking for like summertime in the middle of winter, you know, or you're manifesting a vacation, scent can be very powerful in doing that. So maybe a little moonlit beach, maybe Sunnyside. If you are embracing like the winter, midwinter night, perfect for right now. Sugar plum, even really good. We have Christmas wreath, which has like a strong piney scent. So even though Christmas is past, it has that like really strong piney kind of scent. We have Mama's house that is like, it smells like cookies baking in the oven. And we also have Fresh Start, which is just a classic all year round. It really does smell like clean laundry, but it smells elevated and warm, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of like, I don't know, it gives the feeling that cashmere evokes. I feel like that's what the scent is. I'm burning Fresh Start in my house right now. I just finished Sugar Plum and Midwinter Night. I just like finished those off, and then now I'm burning Fresh Start. And
most of them have just sold out with like in the last week with the few orders that we got recently.
Most of the scents?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so actually most of the scents sold out.
Yeah. We have a lot more stuff that's expected to deliver any day now, and then we'll have more.
So we're just waiting for some inventory. Okay, well, I did not realize that.
Oh yeah, we have like an entire pallet of supplies.
Well, it is candle season, and we do have some exciting new candles coming out here shortly as well.
Because it sold out, it sold even better than we ever expected.
Well, that's a good problem to have. So, and for those of you, thank you so much for those of you that have bought our candles and you've said such nice things over on Etsy, like with the reviews and everything. So thank you so much for supporting like our little candle business. And I really am a candle person, and I am glad to share that with you guys too. So, and we are going to be relaunching the Everyday Magic candles here shortly. So yeah. Okay. All right. It's spelled Mama's House, M-A-M-A. Mama's House. Yeah. Okay. Just candling. Just kidding. Yes. So, and also, Fresh Start. I don't know if we have that one in stock. That one's like our best selling one of all time. But it's really good for New Year's, like if you're setting New Year's resolution, and that's like now. And also, I also think of like Aries season as being kind of the New Year as well. So like it's kind of good for that time. But that's why I'm burning it, because I don't actually have a New Year's resolution, but I was just trying to bring in some fresh energy. Anyways, that's what I have. I'm gonna go have a taco, and I think you should too. All right. Bye, guys.